Defensive back, Christian Jones from Escambia High School in Pensacola, Florida. 6 foot, 170 pounds. The other single caller from the state of Texas, number 7, Keegan Abels from Hawley High School in Hawley, Texas. 6'1", 210 pounds. Also from the state of Texas, number 8, Linford Noriega. That's how you do a backflip. From Jackson Hayes High School in Buda, Texas. 6'2", 215 pounds. Number 9, Lionel Scott Jr. from Faraday High School in Faraday, Louisiana. 5'10", 210 pounds. Number 10, Gridiron Football Player of the Week this year, DeMille Garrett Jr. from Pine High School in Franklinton, Louisiana. 6'3", 170 pounds. Number 11, linebacker Khalik Bell from Warren Easton High School in New Orleans, Louisiana. 6 foot, 195 pounds. At linebacker, number 12, his counterpart, number 12, Jamal Locas Jr. from Warren Easton High School in New Orleans, Louisiana. Number 13, defensive lineman, Noah Harper from Richwood High School in Monroe, Louisiana. 6 foot, 200 pounds. Defensive lineman, number 14, Titus Harrell from Delta Charter High School in Faraday, Louisiana. 6'7", 235 pounds. At tight end, number 15, ain't no love in Oklahoma, we got some love here tonight. Donovan Jackson from East Central High School in Tulsa, Oklahoma. 6'3", 215 pounds. Number 16, defensive back, Jay Wright from Delhi High School in Delhi, Louisiana. 5'8", 152 pounds. Number 17, from the state of Texas, Hayden Jackson, defensive back from Buda, Texas. 6 foot, 175 pounds. Number 20, C.J. Spurs, defensive back from Ouachita Parish in Monroe, Louisiana. Carrying the rock tonight, number 21, Caleb Joseph from Bel Air High School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. 5'10", 194 pounds. Number 22 also carrying the rock, running back, Macon Lenard from Ouachita Christian High School in Monroe, Louisiana. 5'10", 195 pounds. Wide receiver, number 23, Blake Moran from St. Edmund High School in Eunice, Louisiana. 6'1", 180 pounds. From the state of Arkansas, defensive back, number 24, Andrew England from Harrisburg High School in Harrisburg, Arkansas. 5'7", 170 pounds. Defensive back, number 25, Donovan Shine from Ouachita Parish High School in Monroe, Louisiana. 6 foot, 165 pounds. Next up, defensive back, number 27, Gridiron Football Player of the Week, Javen Lewis from Fisher High School in Lafitte, Louisiana. 5'9", 155 pounds. Once donning the 94 jersey, he's wearing 28 tonight. Running back / receiver, Caden Jones from Walker High School in Walker, Louisiana. 5'10", 180 pounds. Next up, number 29, defensive back, Caleb Daniels from Charlie's Catholic High School in Lafayette, Louisiana. 6 foot, 177 pounds. Next up, number 31, wide receiver, Gridiron Football Player of the Week, Tyron Singleton from Delta Charter High School in Faraday, Louisiana. Next up, defensive back, Jaden Bankwell from Bel Air High School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 5'9", 175. Next up, wide receiver, number 33, Stone Celestine from St. Paul High School in Covington, Louisiana, 6'1", 180 pounds. Next up, linebacker, number 34, Jeremiah Coleman, right here from Estrema High School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 6 foot, 195 pounds. Next up, defensive lineman, big number 40, Isaiah McFarland from Mangum High School in Mangum, Louisiana, 6 foot, 240 pounds. Next up, number 44, tight end, Parker Mays from Gulf Breeze High School in Gulf Breeze, Florida, 6'2", 210 pounds. Next up, the long snapper for tonight's game, number 45, Wyatt Reed from Escambia High School in Pensacola, Florida, 6'4", 190 pounds. Next up, number 50, offensive lineman, Caden Young from Escambia High School in Pensacola, Florida, 6'1", 305 pounds. Next up, number 51, Carson Clark from Escambia High School in Pensacola, Florida, 6'2", 260 pounds. Next up, number 54, Cole Sharkey from Amite High School in Amite, Louisiana, 6'2", 290 pounds. Next up, from the state of Texas, number 55, Myron Melton from Westwood High School in Palestine, Texas, 5'10", 230 pounds. Next up, offensive lineman, number 56, Darian Simmons from Estrema High School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 6'4", 325 pounds. Next up, number 57, Peyton Mays from Corner High School in Birmingham, Alabama, 6'2", 260 pounds. Next up, offensive lineman, right here from U-High in Baton Rouge, number 75, Preston Jones, 6'4", 280 pounds. Next up, number 77, Drew Calloway from Franklin Parish High School in Winsboro, Louisiana, 6'4", 330 pounds. Next up, offensive lineman, number 79, Daniel Cole from Valley View High School in Jonesboro, Arkansas, 6'6", 317 pounds, the man they call Man Mountain. Next up, number 86, wide receiver, Justin Ooh from East Decision High School in Gonzales, Louisiana, 6 foot, 155 pounds. Next up, number 88, Keenan Butler Jr., wide receiver from Southern Lab High School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 5'11", 170 pounds. And let's get up for the big man, number 90, Demarion Burks from White Castle High School in White Castle, Louisiana, standing at 6'7", 280 pounds. Number 97, Big Terrence Armstead, defensive lineman from Sauter Charter High School in Sauter, Louisiana, 6'1", 285 pounds. And last but not least, number 99, Cortland Houston from Barb High School in Lake Charles, Louisiana. 6'2", 305 pounds. Your general manager is Andy Bryson. Your head coach, Jay Murphy, joined by assistant coaches Mike Bennett, Garrett Cutler, Ross Appian, Richard Bishop, Markel Johnson, and Brett Bonifant. One more time, round of applause for the defending Gridiron football champs, Team Lions! All right, it's time to go from Team Lions to Team Tigers. Let's get a round of applause, make some noise for Team Tigers. We are going to start off with the first overall pick, might as well, Gridiron Football Player of the Week, number 0, Chad Elsie. From Ascension Catholic High School in Donaldsonville, Louisiana, 5'10", 195 pounds. Next up, he's caught the game-winning touchdown pass in the state championship. That's number 1, Ellis Stewart. From Cecilia High School in Cecilia, Louisiana, 6'1", 185 pounds. Throwing the rock here tonight, number 2, quarterback, Rita Gazzelli from Riverdale High School in Jefferson, Louisiana, 6'3", 205 pounds. Next up, we're going to go with number 2, Jimmy Duncan. We're going to say number 5. Let's skip ahead a little bit. That's right. Jimmy Duncan, the Northwestern State signee from Alexandria High School in Alexandria, Louisiana. 5'11", 180 pounds. We're going to go back to his counterpart. Number 3, Darius Washington, Alexandria High School in Alexandria, Louisiana. 5'6", 140 pounds. We call him Mr. Gridiron. Number 4, James Lucas, the 4th from Peabody High School in Alexandria, Louisiana. 6'1", 200 pounds. Next up, number 6, Mikkel Toussaint from North Iberville High School in Mariquina, Louisiana. Linebacker, running back. Next up, number 7, Caleb Rex, defensive back from Santa Maria High School in Santa Maria, Louisiana. 6'1", 190 pounds. Next up, number 8, defensive lineman, D.J. Jenkins from Pope John Paul II in Slidell, Louisiana. 6'6", 225 pounds. And number 9, they call him Pop. He's going to make a lot of popping tonight. Defensive lineman, Jacqueline Roy from Carencro High School in Carencro, Louisiana. 5'11", 190 pounds. Next up, the big target at tight end, number 11, Dorian Hollins from East Jefferson High School in Metairie, Louisiana. 6'6", 205 pounds. Next up, defensive back, number 12, Jacob Miranda from Pineville High School in Pineville, Louisiana. 6'1", 190 pounds. Next up, number 13, wide receiver, Romello Howard from Slidell High School in Slidell, Louisiana. 5'11", 165 pounds. Going back to number 10, running back. He's going to tote the ball tonight. Ray John Zeno from Jennings High School in Jennings, Louisiana. 5'9", 190 pounds. Next up, number 14, linebacker Chase Cresson from Episcopal High School right here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. 6 foot, 200 pounds. Next up, number 15, quarterback, we sling the rock tonight, Dylan Compton from Bunkie High School in Bunkie, Louisiana. 6 foot 1, 195 pounds. Next up, number 16, wide receiver, Uriah Wade from DeRidder High School in DeRidder, Louisiana. 5'8", 140 pounds. Next up, number 17, Katron Hargrove from Glen Oaks High School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Next up, number 18, Linton Valerie from Montana 35 High School in New Orleans, Louisiana. 6 foot 3, 225 pounds. Next up, number 19, tight end, Joshua Hebert from Notre Dame High School in Crowley, Louisiana. 6 foot 2, 198 pounds. Next up, linebacker, number 20, Landon Freedu from Grant High School in Dry Pond, Louisiana. Next up, defensive back, number 21, Jaden Lewis from Alexandria Senior High School in Alexandria, Louisiana. Next up, running back, number 22, Michael Cunningham from Westminster Christian Academy in Opelousas, Louisiana. 6 foot, 205 pounds. Next up, defensive back, number 23, Caleb Cooper from Woodlawn High School right here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Next up, number 24, wide receiver, Theo Dunn from East Abbeville High School in St. Gabriel, Louisiana. 6 foot, 180 pounds. Next up, defensive back, number 25, Isaiah McKinney from Grant High School in Dry Pond, Louisiana. 6 foot 1, 190 pounds. Next up, defensive back, number 26, Jatari Harris from DeRidder High School in DeRidder, Louisiana. 6 foot, 180 pounds. Next up, number 27, right here in Baton Rouge, Nathan Sanchez from Episcopal High School in Baton Rouge. 5'9", 160 pounds. Next up, number 30, running back, Brendan London from Chef High School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. 5'10", 187 pounds. Next up, number 31, defensive back, Christian Osteen from Brock High School in Jonesboro, Louisiana. 5'9", 150 pounds. Next up, number 32, defensive back, Noah Romero from Kinder High School in Kinder, Louisiana. 6 foot, 175 pounds. Next up, number 33, linebacker, Stephen Coleman from O'Connell High School in Lake Charles, Louisiana. 5'8", 180 pounds. Next up, number 34, linebacker, Brian Hamoud from Karen Crow High School in Karen Crow, Louisiana. Next up, linebacker, number 35, Gavin Borland from Grant High School in Dry Pond, Louisiana. 6 foot, 205 pounds. Your long snapper for tonight, number 40, Landon McGrath from Slidell High School in Slidell, Louisiana. Next up, number 44, defensive lineman, Cortland Ely from Grant High School in Dry Pond, Louisiana. 6'3", 260 pounds. Next up, your kicker and punter tonight, number 50, Grayson Together from Gulfport High School in Gulfport, Mississippi. 5'10", 185 pounds. Next up, offensive lineman, number 56, John David Smith from Bucky High School in Bucky, Louisiana, 6 foot, 260 pounds. Next up, linebacker, number 58, Dylan Rhodes from DeRidder High School in DeRidder, Louisiana, 5'11", 190 pounds. He's got a pretty good first name, I gotta admit. Number 59, offensive lineman, Chase Williams from Assumption High School in Napoleonville, Louisiana, 6'2", 280 pounds. Next up, number 62, offensive lineman, Landon Newton from Notre Dame High School in Crowley, Louisiana, 6'2", 255 pounds. Next up, offensive lineman, number 66, Dwayne Beverly from right here in Woodlawn High School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Next up, offensive lineman, number 71, Lewis Jackson Hales from Acadiana Christian in Lafayette, Louisiana, 6'3", 290 pounds. Next up, offensive lineman, number 74, Laquise Dunbar from McKinley High School right here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 6'3", 267 pounds. Offensive lineman. Next up, number 75, Riker Earhart from Cecilia High School in Cecilia, Louisiana. The state champs this year, baby. 6'6", 330 pounds. Next up, number 77, the state runner-ups, offensive lineman from Franklinton High School, Bo Webb in Franklinton, Louisiana, 6'5", 250 pounds. Next up, wide receiver / DB, number 80, Corey Domino Jr. from North Iberville High School in Mariquin, Louisiana, 5'11", 165 pounds. Next up, number 81, wide receiver, Chase McCall from Chev High School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 6'1", 155 pounds. Next up, wide receiver, number 84, Timothy Johnson from San Juan High School in San Juan, Louisiana, 6', 155 pounds. Next up, number 85, wide receiver, Cade Whitehead from Chev High School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Give a round of applause for Cade, 5'8", 162 pounds. Next up, backing up Cade, we got number 88, wide receiver, Braylon Bird from Kenner Discovery High School in Kenner, Louisiana, 5'8", 145 pounds. And last but not least, number 98, Rylan Hardy from Cecilia High School in Cecilia, Louisiana, 5'11", 240 pounds. Your GM for Team Tigers is Marcus Randall. Your head coach, PJ Sprunk. Your assistant coaches, Eric Holden, Tyler Lewis, Jonathan Collins, CJ Maiden, Kenny Green, Walter Johnson, Zach Ham, Matthew Young, Terrence Blankenship, and Donald Washington. Let's give a round of applause for Team Tigers and Team Lions. All right, that was pretty cool, huh? Now everybody, we're going to play the national anthem. So everybody, please rise. Before we do the national anthem, we'll also have prayer. All right, leading us in prayer, we have Corey Steele from FCA. Take it away, Corey.
Please join me in prayer. Thank you, Lord, for such an awesome night. Monday Night Lights, Lord, and you blessed us with a wonderful time, a wonderful atmosphere. Lord, you are mighty and awesome in all your ways, and we say thank you. Thank you for covering us along this journey. Thank you for bringing us to this point in our season where we get to honor all these all-stars. Lord, cover those families that have traveled near and far, all the athletes and coaches that have made great sacrifices to come together as one and celebrate one another. Lord, cover the officials that's going to officiate the game and all those that have served these athletes and coaches during this short period of time. Lord, we give you all the praise, honor, and glory in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Corey. I know we said a lot of pretty outstanding MVPs out there tonight on the football field, but we are a veteran-owned business. So the real MVPs, the real heroes, are the ones serving your nation and protecting you across the country. So if you're a first responder, if you are a police officer, EMS, Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, please raise your hand, wave to the crowd, be recognized. You are the real MVPs. In honoring this great country, we're going to lead in to the national anthem sung by Haley Stelly.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in it, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, saved us that star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
What a national anthem. Go around, applause at Haley Stelly. Wow.
And there we have it, ladies. And there we have it. There you go. Welcome out, everyone. Good evening. And welcome to Memorial Stadium here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana for the Gridiron All-American Bowl 2024. Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano, and understanding we had lost some audio early on, so we'll repeat all of the stuff that we said. They really didn't have a lot of substance to it anyway, but we hope that you're entertained during tonight's Gridiron All-American Bowl. Again, we are 446 Sports, and I want to welcome out once again my good buddy and broadcast partner, Nick Magnano. Nick.
Yeah, beautiful night tonight, Doug. Your captains for Team Tigers, number 15, Dylan Compton, number 18, Landon Valerie, and number 66, who's become a crowd favorite here, Dwayne Beverly. That's for your Tigers. And it looks like for your Team Lions across the way, looks like we have number 6, who is Krishan Jones. Looks like we have number 8, Linford Noriega. Looks like number 75 is Preston Jones. And then I think Nino's the one dancing behind.
There's a good chance that's our buddy Nino.
Yeah, number 2, Nino Freeman. That's your 4 captains from Team Lions.
Look, be prepared to hear that name a lot tonight. Nino Freeman is the quarterback out of Escambia there in Pensacola, Florida. Goes 6'5", 180, and runs, what did we say, a 4.4? Plays center field for his high school baseball team as well, Nick, and been very impressed with him all week.
Yeah, and he's just he's a character for sure, very charismatic, and that's not a bad thing to have this in this weekend, you know, because somebody has to break the ice, and just seems like a very personable young man, and you know, coaches were real high on him, and you definitely know when he's around.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Both the GMs out on the field now with the officials talking to those crews. They're going to play this with college rules tonight. First time, and the biggest thing is time-wise. There'll be 4 15-minute quarters in this one. 4 15-minute quarters, Nick, to get them used to playing that time and get everybody out here some time. Boy, it's been a week since Friday. We have had a lot of fun out here. The kids from the check-in on Friday afternoon to the jersey presentation and the welcome, the 7-on-7. Got to meet Andrew Glover with the, I guess he was with the Raiders, and then went on to play with the Saints for a little bit right out of this area. Skylar Green, we were able to meet. Sean Nelson, all from this area, and great to see those guys just pouring back into the youth that are the future of all of this.
Yeah, a good group of guys. Marcus Singleton, who's up here with us tonight, was a part of that as well. Then of course, Marcus Randall, who's one of the GMs, who's one of the people who take care of this, also spoke throughout the week. So yeah, met a lot of great people.
Indeed, we have, and you get to form a relationship with these players as well. One of them that we talked about earlier was Man Mountain, Daniel Cole out of Arkansas. Just a pleasure to be around. And we'll talk some more about our adventures throughout the weekend with some of these guys. We'll also tell you that the first ever female player is in this one. That is, it's Morgan Stancliffe. She is a young lady that is the place kicker out of Pensacola, Florida, as well in that one, and some of the things that we've talked to all of these players about. So sit back, buckle up. Should be a fun evening. 4 15-minute quarters. They're working on the coin toss right now. Good to have you along. I know that Brett is down there. Big shout out to all of our folks that are here. Certainly keeping an eye on things down on the field. Great work by Brett Stallsby, who is down there in the middle of things. Chuck Perkins up in the booth with us. I am Doug Gann and Nick Magnano by my side. Our 6th year to bring you, 5th year. We missed 1 year, the year that it was over in Gulf Shores, but we have been a part of all 6 of these.
We might make up that in August, right? Go in that direction.
Yeah, so look, that's one thing. Our friends from Escambia, we've talked to them a little bit too, and they start football the week before we do here in Louisiana. So Team Tiger has won the toss, and they have elected to defer. And that Team Lions that Coach Andy tried to stack, we'll see how that works out. They're fired up. Yeah, we talked to the folks in Escambia, and there's an opportunity the week prior to our start here. That's, I guess, that August 22nd weekend, maybe to make our way down to Escambia and stream a football game as things open up. We've talked to some of the coaches out of Texas. There might be a possibility. So, yeah, this weekend has been great. Look for some big things in 2025. The biggest thing is that all of you sit back and enjoy what we're doing and enjoy this game tonight. Let's sit back. Let's get ready. It's been a long season. It's been an intense 4 days, and we are ready to get this thing going. Now, Nick, a reminder, they'll go with the NFL rules, what were last year the XFL rules on kickoff. They'll sit out short and kick it into that landing zone area is what they'll try to do. Grayson Tegeter is there to tee things up. Saw that young man just hammered, and I announcer jinxed it, bless his heart, yesterday while we were talking to a couple of the coaches, a couple of the scouts from around. I said, look, this cat doesn't miss, and he got the shakes on a couple of them, and Kurt quickly righted that ship. But everything we've seen about that young man, he is just a solid place kicker.
Now he will do both kickoffs for both teams tonight, but he will only do the extra points and the field goals for Team Tigers.
There you go. And that is because Morgan is on the other side of it, Morgan Stancliffe. This young man out of Gulfport, Mississippi. All the pomp, all the circumstances out of the way, and we are underway. High and goes and will bounce and check up around the 10-11 yard line where it is picked up there off to the far side. CJ Spurs has it. The electric CJ Spurs out of Ouachita Parish is where CJ's at. And just we've seen him run and play before.
Yeah, and he was actually defensive back this year for the Ouachita Parish, but also he will play running back and wide receiver. Just he's had a phenomenal week catching the football.
Nino Freeman comes out. Let's see who is in the backfield with him to start off. That is number 28, Caden Jones out of Walker. We'll try to get some of the players. Nick will just shout them out as we're going along. But Nino Freeman at quarterback and Jones there at running back. I'm sorry, correction, that is, yeah, Caden Jones. Nino looks over the offense. He's got 3 receivers to the near side. Handoff is there. Now Nino's going to hang on to that one, and Nino can house it, is what he does. He gets all the way out to the 28. And look, there's not a
20-yard run on first down for Nino.
You need to prepare yourself for Nino Freeman and what you're going to see out of that young man. There's not a lot of give and not a lot of handoff with that young man. I see back there with him also is Rajon Sims out of Marshall, Texas. He's on the slot to the near side.
CJ Spurs on this side, and then also Keenan Butler Jr. is on this side.
Nino back to pass. He'll tuck that one down and still rolling around, keeping the pocket alive. Throws this one just out of bounds. And Nino was looking for that receiver downfield.
Good work there by linebacker number 9 for the Tigers. Jacqueline Roy from Karen Crow closing down that gap and not allowing Nino to break free there.
Jaden Lewis comes in at that nickel back is what they've gone to. We see J. Lou from Alexandria comes in. There are 3 Ash players on the roster tonight. 2nd down and 10. Nino back to pass. He's looking for it all here. Well, they're going to call a defensive pass interference. That's going to be whistled on number 12, Jacob Miranda. Miranda was back in coverage. Miranda from Pineville High School.
Yeah, pass intended for Rajon Sims on that out and up, and
pretty good coverage, but when they get tangled up and go down, you're going to see that. So the nickel package, they bring in Jaden Lewis, Cortland Eli out of Grant will make his way in when they go back to a standard set defense, and he'll go in and more of that linebacker spot. 1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line. First trip inside the red zone for Team Lions. And boy, that big offensive line is tough. Freeman calls for the ball. Handoff is going to go to Jones off the right side, but nothing doing. Nick, what's the difference? That big offensive line for the Lions versus that quick, fast defensive front unit for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, you're really going to have to watch the pass rush, kind of the old NASCAR package that the Giants used to run is what I'm calling it, because they're a little undersized. Although they do have 66, they do have Beverly in there right now on the nose. He will play both ways.
2nd down and 9 from the 11-yard line. Snap is back. Handoff's going to go right up the middle, but there's good penetration, and we talked about it for the Tigers. That is Jacqueline Roy out of Karen Crow.
Yeah, and that was number 21, Caleb Joseph from Bel Air with his first carry of the game.
Well, we saw Bel Air, that young man, have a good weekend of practice.
Yeah, and of course, if you watched our broadcast last year or 2 seasons ago, very familiar with Karen Crow High School.
Yes. Here's one. Watch. Keep an eye on Nino. There's going to have to be somebody that stays on that young man from Escambia. Snap is back. Nino looking, steps up, zips that ball into the end zone, and it's good. Touchdown. That is complete to number 6, Mikhail Tucson out of... Nope, wrong one.
It's
Sorry,
5.
wrong.
Yeah, it's 5. It's Rajon Sims.
Rajon Sims. I had the Tigers.
Texas connection, baby. Nino Freeman to Rajon Sims.
Marshall, Texas product, Rajon Sims. He goes 6 foot 140. And I mean, that was a laser. You see the arm from Nino Freeman, too. And this is our first look, Nick, at Morgan Stancliffe. She was the first female to make the roster, and now with this, she will be the first female to play in a Gridiron All-American, the first Gridiron All-American, and she is set for the PAT.
Keegan Abels from Holly is your holder, backup quarterback.
Snap is back, kick is up there, and it is good. How about that? Instantly, you see it. Morgan Stancliffe gets in there and gets the PAT done, but you go back to Nino Freeman, just zip that ball into Sims. I mean, on the money.
Yeah, and they kind of threw it a little back but shoulder, because if he would have let him, it would have run him right into the safety there. So big drive. Of course, it all started with the kickoff. From Washita Parish, CJ Spurs. What a great start for Team Lions and GM Andy and Coach Jay Murphy.
They call him Andy Stack the Team Bryson on there. But look, that Tiger team took that to heart, because they heard a lot about that.
Yes.
And they were saying, well, wait a minute, you watch what we've got going on. So expect a much different offense. They're going to come out and rely on those running backs led by Chad Elsie and that group. Once again,
Darius Washington, I think, is back here.
that one kick goes to the far side. It goes on the other side. And there's another run up the middle. That's 81, it looks like.
Yeah, 81. That's Chase McCall from Chef. So, yeah, they kept it away from Darius. But
now, if you remember some of our broadcasts, Chef of Baton Rouge is a homeschool organization, but they don't play 8-man football. They play up in 11-man football, where they've played for the last forever, I guess is what it is. So they don't play the 8-man. But some of these players we've seen in soccer and basketball and those things.
Yeah,
Dylan Compton, Dylan Compton in at quarterback. They'll come out with 5 wideouts to start this thing. Goodness gracious. What a talented group of wide receivers that are out there, and all Dylan Compton does is set the record in Bunkie for most touchdown passes and yards. Compton back to pass, zips this one over and overshoots the intended receiver, Dorian Hollins, out of East Jefferson by way of Metairie, Louisiana.
Yeah, so Hollins is, of course, Darius Washington was in the slot there, now being replaced by Chad Elsie at running back. And 88 is Bird from Kenner Discovery coming on this side, and I'll try to Cecilia. The top part is number 1 Ellis Stewart. On top of your screen, I'll get the other one here in a second.
Now we'll tell you, this Lions team got the better of them on 7-on-7. They won that one in pretty good fashion in that game, although just 7v7, but had a couple interceptions in that too. Compton hands it off to Elsie, and that big defensive front. Oh, there's Elsie continuing to turn, and that's how he amassed 2,200 yards this year.
Yeah, Cortland Houston from Barb was in there, but to stop him, but Elsie shakes him and goes, and number 40, Isaiah McFarland from Mangum, ended up with the tackle.
Compton comes all the way over to the sideline to get the signal for this. Don't forget, in the chat, leave us a name, who you're cheering for, who you're watching tonight on there. 3rd down and 8. Compton's got Elsie in the backfield, flanked to the left of him. Elsie was the first overall pick in the draft, and why not?
We have a timeout here for
Timeout, trying to work on things. If we'll take it with them real quick, we'll take one and let you look at what's going on around the world of Gridiron. We'll be back right after this.
Well, you're in the stands, if you're at home.
Hey everybody, I'm Andy Bryson, CEO here at Gridiron Football. I want to talk to you today about our nonprofit. Gridiron Football is a 501c3 nonprofit in the state of Louisiana. Our mission here is to help kids. Our mission statement is to change one life is a change community. What we've done over the last 10 years is we've helped thousands.
And we're back, and we appreciate Jace Lejeune giving a shout out to us up here. Of course, he left off my buddy Brett that is down doing yeoman's work in the end zone with the camera. We appreciate brother-in-law down there. 3rd down and 8 from the 30-yard line. Go Team Tigers. Compton comes up to the line. He's got 4 wideouts this time, and Elsie flanked off to his right. Now switches to the left. They'll give the ball to Elsie up the middle, seeing if he could bang forward. Boy, that's just Chad Elsie doing Chad Elsie stuff. And it's going to, we'll see if they give him the first down or if he got the first down. They ain't giving him nothing.
Yeah, 29 safety, Caleb. 29, Caleb Daniels, and number 13, Noah Harper.
They've changed the down marker to 1, so they give him the first down. And that was all Elsie. He picks up 7 yards just after contact. First down and 10 for Compton and company here. Team Tigers trying to answer the early touchdown. 9:37 remaining. You see that on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Elsie once again up the middle, and boy, we talked to Coach P.J. Sprunk, and he said this is what we're going to do. We're going to come out there, and we're going to be men with the football.
Yeah, from 14, Titus Harrell from Delta Charter for on the tackle there for the Lions after Elsie with a 2-yard run there. Number 90 also, Demarion Burks from White Castle in there as well. Doug.
Another big, impressive front line for this Gridiron Bowl game. Big offensive line. They're looking back, trying to get an idea, pointing out the mic, and here we go. Compton again, play action now. It's getting pressure from the far side, able to dump that one away. But I'm telling you what, the pressure inside by Titus Harrell out of Delta Charter, and that's several times that we've called his name already.
And I'll be completely honest with you, Doug. I didn't see that in practice this week. I mean, he had a good week of practice, but he has come out. The lights are on, and Harrell is doing a great job.
He told us, he says he's a player when the lights are on.
Yeah.
Indeed he is. That 3rd down and 9 now. This defense is just solid. They go press man coverage on the corners. This young man from Escambia is just a player.
Yeah, that's
Krishan Jones. They'll try it with Elsie again. They've got to look, they're running down, and you don't see that Elsie is coming and just running into your back pocket. They get man coverage, and that chases with the vertical routes, and it allows Elsie to scoot.
Yeah, 14-yard gain there by Elsie, and that's another thing too that we don't get to see, you know, because they're practicing on the same field, so you don't get to see the outright speed by the young man. Number 10 for Rajon Zeno.
That's the young man from Jennings that we've heard.
Just came in for Elsie.
Runs the ball well, catches it great out of the backfield also. All the balls on the ground too. Somebody's going to have to fall. It looks like it may be Team Lions. That was just a terrible exchange, and Team Lions are going to come out of there with that ball. First turnover of the game, and you cannot have that. And that's that new running back that was in there, so it's just a difference in handoff.
Yeah, and then that's unfortunate because, like I said, he's had a great week so far, and that happens.
Demarion Burks out of White Castle he's easy to find. All he is 6'7", 280.
Yeah.
7:22 remaining here. 7-0 lead for Team Lions, and Nino in at quarterback still. You'll see some of that young man from Holly, Texas also.
think Garrett Jr.'s with him right there.
Nino back to pass. He's getting pressured. He's going to throw that one away. That's going to be grounding. It should be. As tremendous work up the middle by DJ Jenkins.
Doug. DJ Jenkins.
Look, that young man, you go back and watch the interview when we talked about him. He's out of Pope John Paul II, and we interviewed him twice. Once back originally on the day, and he said, I said, what is it that makes you special? He said, my long arms, my speed, I can get to anybody. What did he do?
And look, and that anybody back there that he just got was, and unfortunately he doesn't get a sack for that, but it's considered a sack. But well-spoken young man, quiet young man, but really lets his actions show on the field. So that was fun though. It's always fun whenever stuff happens that you see all week.
That ends up to you remember it was intentional grounding, so it's a penalty from the spot of the foul, loss of down. And let me count this back up with both hands and feet now. That's going to be 33 yards. They've got to get to the 40-yard line. And the ball is all the way back at the 26, and that's just DJ being DJ.
Jace just said it's first down on a quarter mile, or second down on a quarter mile.
That one thrown into the feet as he saw pressure again up the middle. And
now, what did we talk about? We talked about the Tigers' defensive line. Okay, we'll get after the passer. The question is, can they hold up to the run?
And they've done that twice in a row.
Yes. And
we're getting comments on it too. We talk about as we talk about these players, and she's right. Zeno is an amazing man. Amanda Grace, she says she's watching Big Mountain Man. Big Man Mountain is what he told us it is. Man Mountain. So proud of you, D. Cole. We agree with that. And look, I'm just excited to watch DJ Jenkins and what he does all night long. Such a good young man. 6:20 to go here. Nino back to pass, going over the top. That one nearly picked, and it is. That's Jacob Miranda that's got that one. Miranda picks that one off. The Pineville High School product coming up big, and he gets that one. How about that?
Yeah, playing center field, does a good job, and high points the ball because it was a challenge for the ball, and of course Nino kind of left it up there, and if you watched our earlier broadcast, you heard his younger brother Justin's name mentioned a lot, and he's wearing number 12 tonight
in honor of his
younger brother. So
his family, Miranda's family down here below where we're at. I've been able to visit with them a lot over the last few months during football season, but I don't think anybody is happier in here than the Mirandas. First down and 10 sets them up at the 35 and plus territory. Got a new quarterback in there too now. Is that Riverdale that's in now?
Yes, that is Rita
Ghazali.
Yep, and Elsie's back in.
Ghazali looking now. He's got a good arm. Coming in. That was intended for Jimmy Duncan. But coming in and knocking that one away because Jimmy was wide open.
Yeah, Krishan.
Krishan, look, he is very. When we talked to him in the interview, polite, quiet, wonderful. And I'm not saying he's not, but I'm telling you, when he's got the helmet on and he's out there, he is strictly business, my friend.
Yeah, and Jimmy was wide open, and Rita just left it short. If he'd have let him, that's 6 points.
Ghazali hands off now to Elsie up the middle.
Yeah, number 8 for team lines there. Linford Noriega, him on the tackle there. Defensive end from Jaxie Hayes in Buda, Texas. 3.0 GPA, 65 tackles, 12 sacks, and 2 pass breakups on the season.
Darius Washington, Jimmy Duncan to the near side as the 2 receivers. Boy, that's some pretty good targets. They bring Elsie and the young man from Riverdale, Ghazali, in there to get the play. 3rd down and 8 to go. The line to gain is the 26. Back to pass now. Looking will step up. Keeps the pocket, but he's hit hard. coming up and making a tremendous catch on that on the far side. Nick, we'll have to see who that is.
It's number 13 for Team Tigers. That's Romello Howard from Slidell.
They called him Slidell all week. Mello Howard goes up, and you talk about, you've used that term high point.
Yes.
I don't think it can be high pointed any better than that one was.
And we get these rosters the day of because the uniforms switch and everything throughout the week. So appreciate that, and we're going to get these guys as much recognition as possible.
Yep. Reed Ghazali back to Pat, actually hands it off to Elsie. Elsie working the right side of it.
The only thing that brought Elsie down was the field.
Yeah, that field is tough, but over there to tap him in was Andrew Ingman out of Harrisburg, Arkansas.
Yep. Elsie, from what we've seen so far, Doug, the first man is not going to take him down.
No, absolutely not. Well, he goes and gets that 7 yards after contact before. Team Tigers trying to pay off that Jacob Miranda interception. Jacob early on, defensive play, looking at a cool play of the game there. That one inside, just off the back shoulder. I don't think Jimmy was quite ready for that one.
No, and I do think that 55 from the Lions, Myron Melton, I think from Westwood High School in Palisade, I think he got his fingers on it as well.
And we, that's out of that Palestine area is where we're looking at perhaps going and doing a Saturday night game maybe next year.
Okay.
Looking forward to that. Did I mention that to you?
Omaha.
3:05 and counting here to go in this first quarter of play. Back to pass is Ghazali. He's got D-Hub in the middle to the 5-yard line, and that's going to be a first down complete to Darius Washington.
Yeah, Darius there on the completion, tackled by linebacker Khalil Bell from Warren Easton. First and goal for the Tigers.
Darius' brother played down here at Southern, Jamar Washington, several years ago out of Peabody.
His parents were here. His dad said that his brothers coached him this week.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Donald Washington for the Tigers.
Looks like are they taking a timeout? It is. There's a timeout on the field. Timeout was taken by the Lions. We'll take it with them real quick and be back in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I got it right here.
And we are back, 2:25 to go. And boy, what a game this is starting out to be. They're saying that ball was on the ground.
Let's see what the
officials are calling him down. No, yep. They said it was a turnover, and it's going over to Team Lions for their second takeaway.
99 from Barb. Cortland Houston on the fumble recovery from Reese. He was the last one with the ball.
Cannot come up here to the booth for a review. It might take him a while to get up those steps to where we're at. But now you keep an eye on with that ball. We saw this in the junior high game, Nick, too. Starting off from inside there. This is one of those where there's an opportunity to take a shot because you've got a lot of field. Do you send that blitz and let DJ get after it? Keegan Abels in at quarterback now.
Yeah, you may, especially with the especially with where they're at. Yeah, Abels, Doug. Just a little thing on Abels. Okay. 3,473 yards passing, 36 touchdowns. 661 yards rushing with 10 touchdowns.
They're counting up 12 men on the field here from the defense, illegal participation against the Tigers, and that's going to bail out this Lions team and get them out of the shadow of the goal line. And, boy, that's tough. And they'll run off a player, will Team Tigers. That's number 31, Christian Osteen from block there in Jonesville. But go ahead back to Abels, who is out of Hawley, Texas there.
Yes, like I said, 3,473 yards, 36 touchdowns in the air, 661 yards rushing with 10 touchdowns.
Cat can spin it. We saw that already. Snap is back. It's a high one.
99.
And handoff is there to
22 from Ouachita Christian. That is
that's our boy Macon.
Macon Leonard.
Yeah, Macon Leonard there out of OCS. And we talked to him earlier, and just continue running out of that proud OCS tradition up there, Northeast Louisiana. It was calls for it. Snap throw over to the near side. In and out of the hands. Intended for number 15, Donovan Jackson out of East Central. That's that big tight end out of Tulsa. And he put up some pretty impressive numbers himself.
Yeah, number 26, Jatari Harris from DeRidder with the
young man down there on the field for Team Lion. They'll hustle out and check and see.
Yeah, Donovan Jackson, 71 catch from East Central Tulsa, Oklahoma. 71 catches, 1,278 yards, 11 touchdowns.
It's impressive. Out of the tight end spot, we saw him out there at receiver. Projects as a big time. You know, you see more and more of those big receivers that are out there because they can body up against those big defensive backs.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll be trying to cover as much information about these young men as we can as the night goes on.
Good to see. That is number 75.
75 is Preston Jones from U-High. Keep stat from him. Preston Jones has given up no sacks.
0 sacks
in his career.
When we talked to him in there, he said, well, I haven't given up any sacks, and I want to keep that going.
3.5 GPA.
Minute 29 to go. First down, and should be second down, shouldn't it? Yeah, second down and 10.
They're listening to the broadcast. They switched it when you told them.
That's right. They don't. They're not involved in the little delay from where we're at.
Doug 35. Gavin Borland in at linebacker now for the Tigers.
He is out of Grant High School there in Grant Parish.
26 for the Tigers. Jatari Harris from DeRidder had 46 tackles, four interceptions, 9 PBUs. He was on the last coverage.
Abel's call for the ball, looking at the options, going to keep it himself, get to the 16-yard line. On there, it'll be third down and medium. Third down and 6, looks like.
Yeah, DJ first man on the there with the tackle, and 66 Beverly in there to help him. Key for this Tigers defense. Are they going to be able to hold up to the run?
Abels now has his running back flank to the left side. 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the near side. Snap is back. Quick 3-step drop. Going just a laser beam down the middle. In and out of the hands that time. Too tall to call for number 15, Donovan Jackson. But, I mean, put it dead on the money.
Yes, Doug. And then another one that we really enjoyed watching this week, number 18 from the Tigers is Lyndon Valerie from McDonough 35, 3.5 GPA, 12 sacks, two blocks, and that's 2 block punts, and he was the one who put the pressure on the Lions quarterback on that one.
Well, there'll be no block punts in this one because there's no pressure on it. So the Tigers return team sort of in a wishbone out there. You got Jimmy Duncan, Darius Washington, and Ellis is the other that I saw.
Yeah,
is that
Ellis
right?
Stewart, correct. And that's all 3 of them can
out
take it to the
state
house.
Champion Cecilia.
And this is offensive lineman punting for. This is Drew Calloway from Franklin Parish.
And he just hammers that one. Coming up and getting it is Jimmy.
Drew, 3.9 GPA. He had 19 extra points for Franklin Parish as offensive lineman and was a discus state champion out of Franklin Parish in Winsboro.
So is he a kicker that plays offensive line, or is he an old lineman that kicks?
Well, I think he's a discus thrower that
plays football.
But
gotcha.
he's been a very good offensive lineman, a good week, and yeah, we watched him. Now the other punter they have on that team is Ayers, the quarterback.
That's right.
Excuse me, Abel, the quarterback from Howley.
End of the first period, 7-0. Had an opportunity. The Tigers turned it over inside the 5-yard line following the INT, so no points off turnovers in this one.
New quarterback in for the Tigers. That's number 4, James Lucas, the 4th from Peabody. The one they call Mr. Gridiron.
Mr. Gridiron has been around this a long time.
Offensive line left tackle right now for the Tigers, number 71, Lewis Jackson Ailes from Acadiana Christian. 25 pancake blocks. We'll try to cover the offensive line as we go through here.
Lucas back in there now in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the near side. Lucas pulls that one, did not want to get rid of it at all, and should have handed that one off because the interior defensive line, that's a big one, was all on top of that.
Rajon had space there, but 97 who for your Lions, Terrence Armstead from Slaughter Charter in Slaughter, Louisiana. 44 tackles, 3 sacks, 5 TFLs.
We saw a nifty wheel route touchdown from Lucas to Zeno in the practice session. Rajon Zeno in the backfield. He is going to get this one and try to sprint to the corner. Zenon is so fast. Look at him go out to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, great work there by Zeno, and that's big after the fumble exchange he had earlier. So good work by him. Brought down by number 29 for the Lions, who is Caleb Daniels from Turley's Catholic Lafayette. 72 tackles, 3 TFLs, and 5 PBUs for the young man from Turley's Catholic.
Clock rolls at 13:52 in this one. Tigers first down and 10 following that Rajon Zeno first down run. Zeno gets it again this time. He's got to get to the corner, but that corner closes quickly, and that's just tremendous speed.
Yeah, from 34 here, if I'm not mistaken, on this edge for the Lions is Jemiah Coleman, the Struma High School District Defensive MVP, so that makes sense there for Jeremiah.
Right here in Baton Rouge.
Yes.
Loss of 5 on the play. Make it 2nd down and 15 back to the 36-yard line. They have to get the line to gain the 22-yard line, so make it 2nd down and 14.
You have number 74 is Laquise Dunbar, McKinley High School, is your left guard for the Tigers right now.
Lucas back to pass for the first time. Zips it to Zeno out of the backfield. Nifty little move there to the 29-yard line. So not enough, but a lot there. And it'll make it 3rd down and manageable now here.
Yeah, 7-yard gain there for the pitch and catch from Lucas to Zeno. And then I want to also go number 75. We talked about 66 to center for the Tigers, Beverly, but number 75, state champion Reichert Earhart from Cecilia. 3.1 GPA, 24 on his ACT.
First time we've seen Chase McCall in the game now. He is a wide receiver out of Sheffield, Baton Rouge. He's on the far side with Timothy Johnson out of Santa Maria. Practiced a long time to be able to say Santa Maria. Back to pass once again is Lucas. He's got a lot of time. Now it closes on him. He's got to get mobile, and he does. He's pointing some folks around. Just a nifty job there, and he does hit the young man out of Sheffield, Baton Rouge. That is complete to Chase McCall for a Tiger first down.
Yeah, Chase McCall at his Chef. 53 catches, 1,000 yards, 15 touchdowns this year for him. And a good work there by Lucas to 4th to get around a very quick Titus Harrell from Delta Charter. We've seen what he's done this game, so good work there by Lucas.
Look, Lucas showing a lot of poise back there, able to go around and point things out to what he needed. 13 and 12 and 11 on the play clock. He's got Zeno flanked off to his right. basically running two different offensive units out here. Lucas is going to step up. He's got a lane. Got to put that football away, though. Be careful with that.
Yes,
he was
for
running
sure.
out here carrying it around, and you got to tuck that away.
Yeah, once you cross that line of scrimmage, you got to let that, you got to put that, tuck that. Looks like we're going to have Isaiah McFarland from Mangum, 3.8 GPA, just a great tackle there. He's gonna have a big night so far. He's had a big night so far for the Lions. Number 40 linebacker.
Joshua Hebert out of Notre Dame there in Crowley, Louisiana, comes into the game, and he'll settle in down at that tight end spot. He's letting the offensive line know what to do.
Bringing in Landon McGrath, too.
They're going to have to hurry with this. It's that big formation. They fumbled the last time they were down here, and I don't know that they're going to be able to get this one out without a timeout.
He called it. Yeah,
Lucas turns around and gets the timeout. You see a flag at the end, but the penalty, timeout was called prior to the penalty. And you've got to certainly be careful in this one not to have a chaos like it, because you fumbled down inside the 5. This is your second time down inside the 5-yard line.
Yes, you got to take advantage of these opportunities.
Boy, what a thrilling game this can be at just 7-0 in this one.
But it already feels different than last year.
It feels a lot different than last year.
Are you talking about the weather or are you talking about the game?
No, I'm talking about the flow of the game, because last year it looked like the defenses were doing some work, but I think it might have been just the offenses weren't able to do it. And this is a mixture of offense and defense. We'll see if the Team Tigers are able to get this one in there.
Yeah, 77 is your Drew Calloway, Franklin Parrish, 3.9 GPA is your right tackle, state runner-up this year, from this season.
Lucas looking to get his Tigers into the end zone.
Yeah, Rajon leaned a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough call, though, with just a little head bob there.
That is. Let's see.
So they use the timeout to save the 5-yard penalty and then get a false start out of it. Now, they waved that off in the junior high game.
Well, and usually, usually whenever if there's nobody else in motion, usually when your running back, moves a little bit early, they may, kind of call it a motion, but
not when you're standing there and you just rock.
You kind of fall forward a little bit.
10-17, and that's again something different as they play with college time in this one. 15-minute quarters, so you're basically playing an extra quarter in this one. Second down and goal from the 8 following that penalty. Lucas having to step up again, throws this one. That's trouble. Oh, bobbling it around, incomplete.
Yeah, it's a great play there by number 81, Chase McCall from Chef, playing DB. Because Taylor Bratcher from Escambia, 55 tackles, 4 INTs, and he almost had his 5th INT of the season on that one. 80 from the Tigers had broke open early. Corey Domino Jr. from North Iberville, but I'm guessing Lucas probably didn't see him because of the pressure that was on him.
Indeed. 9:35 and counting to go here until halftime. Lucas zips that one down, tries to split 2 defenders. That was intended for number 19, Joshua Hebert, but incomplete there.
The intended receiver was number 19, Joshua Hebert.
Going to bring in Grayson here for the. It's going to be, they're going to mark there. What's going to be a 25-yard field goal. Darius Washington, your holder. One thing I did notice, Doug, Darius holds for a right-footed kicker, so the laces might be different for spinning the ball.
Kick is up there, and it's good. 2:37 to go in the first half of this one. We're going to step away for a quick one. We'll be right back right after this. You're watching Gridiron Football All-American Bowl on 446 Sports. And we are back here to Memorial Stadium, set to kick this one off. Tegeter is the busiest one that's been out here on kickoffs, and this one's just 7-3. Getting double duty tonight on this one. Launches this one into that landing zone where it is caught, and the kick cover team can go.
Caleb Joseph there on number 21, if I'm not mistaken, is on from Bel Air.
Looked like it might have been number 20.
Number 20, excuse me. Okay. Oh, that's CJ Spurs again. Let's talk about Spurs. He's 3.0 student. Played DB a lot for Ouachita this year, but is going to be used as a running back. As a receiver and running back in this game. And I didn't see him drop a ball this week.
No, not at all. And look, the shifty moves that he was making there was great. Shout out on our comment screen from Suzanne. She says, go 54 Cole Sharkey. Sharkey out of Amite, Louisiana.
Excellent.
In there,
3.5
quarterback
GPA
now.
for Cole. Student of the year for Amite High School.
Is that still Howley that's in there? Keegan Abel is in there at quarterback. That's where he's from, is Howley, Texas. Going to be offsides.
Yeah, so Cole Sharkey, Amite High School, 3.5, and he was a student of the year for the whole school.
You know, you see GPAs on a lot of these guys that we're talking about. It's because it's so important. You had to have a grade point average to qualify to get in this bowl.
That's awesome. That's good stuff for sure. And we had a great speaker, Marcus Randall's brother,
Eric Randall.
And he's a principal now, but he was a coach, educator
in the Southern University Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Able calls for that one now. Play action, looking to pass, and boy, he has just got such a laser out there. Throws that ball so well, just overshot the intended receiver there.
Yeah, 55 for your Tigers. I'm sorry, 56 for your. Is it 56? I'm trying to see because for the Tigers on the pressure there, and of course 18 for your Tigers, which is Landon Valerie from Medina 35. I mean, just right in the face. 59, excuse me. I'm sorry. It was Jason Williams from Assumption in Holly's face right there. Or not Holly.
Handoff up the middle, and that quick defensive line gets in there. And look, that's Jacqueline Roy that's in there, the Karen Crow special. Boy, that's some speed along that defensive line, and we talked about it.
Yes, I'm sorry. It was Keegan Abels from Holly. I'm sorry. We called him Holly all week.
I know.
Because they had it on his helmet. They called him that.
That's correct.
So,
and you get into doing that, calling kids Cecilia and Karen Crow and Holly.
To his family, yes. But,
third down and 6. Coming in motion, there's that little jet sweep. Going to the far side, it's going to go for a lot of yards.
Yeah, that's 28. That's Caden Jones from Walker. We talked about him earlier, but 3.3 GPA, 1,600 all-purpose yards, 22 touchdowns. Go figure, huh? Good work there by him.
He just got to the corner so very fast.
Yes, considered a pass too. So Abels gets a completion for that one, and that's a reception since it was in front.
10 yards on the play. First down 10 for Team Lions.
Going to run the option to the near side. The pitch is made. coming and closing that one on. That's just good work firing through there initially by the Tigers, number 32, Noah Romero out of Kinder.
Yep, 78 tackles for Noah on the season, 2 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, and that was a great Kinder team that was actually in the same district as one of our local teams. Kinder makes it to deep in the playoffs, so I think they made it to the semifinals, if I'm not mistaken, but definitely deep into the playoffs, so a good team there that Romero plays on.
2nd down and 7 from the 44-yard line, 5:47 remaining here in the first half. Snap is back, and a quick throw bobbled around. Boy, that's tough. They're going to throw look like a flag is down on the far side.
Yeah, it might be offensive PI from, maybe not. We'll see here in just a second. Justin Ube, East Ascension. The key, he's ambidextrous.
Right.
Can do everything, both hands. He had 27 catches, 600 yards, 6 touchdowns on his season. But Justin Ube. Let's see what the call is here.
Yeah, right here, right out of here in Gonzales, where Sean Nelson is an alumni of. They're looking.
Yeah, whatever we. Of course, with microphones now, they don't necessarily. They can tell the line judge, the side judge here, what it is, and he can communicate with the coach. But. Oh, so that's the signals.
Yeah, they're simulating the snap, and they certainly don't allow that. They'll call them for. You get that procedure, I guess, is the normal penalty that you would see on the offense. We'll see if they called it, and they did. And what they're saying is that one of the defensive linemen, faked and made a symbol trying to draw the offense off.
Yeah, they have to bring the back judge over here to.
There was a lot of discussion for that.
Yes, there was, and so that makes it 2nd and 3 now for the Lions. New running back in, Doug. I'll try to get the number for you. Or 21, Caleb Joseph from Bel Air, which he's been in already, but new to this series.
Got a shout out coming here in just a minute. 2nd down and 3 following the penalty. Good pump fake now, going for it all. Throwing over the top, back in coverage for the Tigers, which was number 24. Theo Dunn gets that one out of East Iberville, but Brandy Charles says, go Ellis, number 1, Riker, number 75, and Ryland, number 98, our state champs. We are so proud of our boys. Go Tigers for tonight, but will forever be Bulldogs. That's that group from Cecilia that we talked to, and boy, what a game we covered on there down with Cecilia in that state championship game.
Do you think their heart rate is finally down?
I don't know. They were.
That was a crazy game.
Yeah. We're going to run the option again. That one banged around, and it'll just get stopped by that quick D-line. 44 and 34 in on that for the Tigers.
Eli from Grant Drop Prong, 2.5 GPA, 54 tackles, 6 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, and he read that, and it was a lot quicker to it than Abels was expecting.
It is, and the big offensive line or punter, Discus State champ, is out there to kick this one again. Number 77, Drew Calloway.
No, that's yes, you're correct. I'm sorry. Yes.
And that's the long snapper out of Escambia that is in there, trying to get what number he is. But he is one of the top-ranked long snappers in the country. That's Wyatt Reed is who it was. I remember from that interview that we did with him.
God, where is his number? I had his number right here. I'm sorry. Oh, 45.
Yep, Wyatt Reed.
I'll tell you in a second.
Ball is caught there at the 20-yard line. That's D-Dub. Has Darius Washington, and he's covered up quickly. Try our best not to use nicknames throughout the year. They're like, who is D-Dub?
Wyatt Reed's average snap takes .69.
Huh?
.69.
6.9. .69. That's quick.
His average snap.
So I asked him a question in the interview. I said, look, did you have to throttle down the snap for the holders? Was it zipping through them? And all three of them, because we did both the kickers and him on there. He said, yeah, I had to slow it down. He says, can't do that in the game. You better be able to catch that. Compton back in at quarterback. Looks like he's over there with Elsie. Is that?
No, this is new running back. I don't think he's been in so far. I think it's number 10. No, it's Zion. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Zion's in there again.
Rajon Zeno
yeah.
is there alongside of Compton.
Or is that 30?
That's 30.
Okay, I'll get that number.
Goes out in motion, wheel out of the backfield. Compton puts it right into the lap.
Dorian Hollins reception, East Jefferson, Metairie, Louisiana, 3.5 GPA, 15 catches, 300 yards. What an average. 4 touchdowns.
In the backfield was Brendan London out of Chef of Baton Rouge. He's the running back that's in there beside of Compton.
Thanks, Doug. Doug, 15 catches, 300 yards for Compton.
Ooh.
That is an average.
Play action there. It is complete to the near side. Had everybody fooled on that one. Big hit coming up, but complete to number 17, Cartron Hargrove out of Glen Oaks.
Quarterback, traditionally quarterback, state champ in track is Hargrove. Big tackle there by
yeah, it was.
By 55 for the Lions, who was Myron Melton from Westwood, Palestine, Texas.
Oh, they moved him over and into the neutral zone when they moved over the defensive lineman, but gives up the 9-yard run. And that's good running by number 30 out of Brendan London. They're here in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Brendan London, 3.0 GPA, 650 yards, 7 touchdowns this year for London.
On the move is this Tigers team. Since that first drive, we've not really seen anything out of the offense. And that's what we expected, just defense. Oh, balls are bobbled around, but Compton picks that up, and he can get the first down and does out to the 40. Saw Compton at running back a little this weekend, too.
Yeah, it looks like number 11. Yeah, number 11 for Lions, who's Kajon Bell from Warren Easton. Second time we've called his name. Kajon squats 485 pounds, bench presses 315 for a linebacker. Doug, let's look at the Tigers' offensive line. Number 59 is Jace Williams, Assumption from Napoleonville.
They flipped him to the other side, but there goes the handoff to London. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Go ahead, Nick.
He's a four-time All-District, 2-time All-State is Jace Williams from Assumption. No, he's your left tackle. We talked about your left guard, 74, LaQuise Dunbar from McKinley, 3.7 National Honor Society. Your center, Beverly, is still 66. He's in.
Nick, they're taking a lot of time here on this to get this going, down under 30 seconds. Now, they've used about 20 seconds here. Compton back to pass. He's being pressured, but gets out of that one. Still being chased. Dylan's going to take off and run. It needs to get out of bounds, and does. He's going to be out of bounds at the 20. They'll mark him right at the 30, but a first down, 21 seconds.
Yeah, and then 56 from Bunkie High School is your right guard for the John David Smith. 5.0 accumulated GPA. Said he's just a beast in the weight room was the stats and notes that we got. Number 62 is your right tackle. Landon Mouton, Notre Dame, Crowley, Louisiana. 3.0 commit to LCU. Also that weight room junkie. Just, these guys constantly in the weight room.
You talked about that young man from Bunkie that's on the line, Smith, and I'll tell you an interesting story about him here that we got from the interviews. Back to pass is Compton. He's rolling to the far side now. He's going to take off running again and just trot in, steps out of bounds. So you said that his name, number 56, John David Smith out of Bunkie. Well, they're introducing, and on the camera we said, introduce yourself, spell your name, and go from there. He says, J.D. Smith, J.D. I was like, I got that one, brother. But no, just a very personable group. Was able to talk to he and Compton at the same time. 14 seconds to go, looking to get something on the board here.
Tigers have one timeout left, Doug. One timeout.
Again, motion. Compton, good coverage. He's going to escape and try to get up the middle. Just throws this one up into the first row of the stands with 7 seconds to go.
Yeah, so we're probably going to see.
That's just great coverage by this defensive secondary from the Lions. Unable to really get anything going is Dylan Compton. From there, it would be 19-29, 36-yarder, both well within the field goal range of Morgan Stancliffe.
Yeah, I guess they. Well, Team Tigers is Tettinger.
Still have a timeout.
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah. So it's well within his range
Well,
as well.
now they've used up just about it. There's Compton's pass. It is complete. Got to get into the end zone.
Wow.
It does. Touchdown, Ellis Stewart. Touchdown, Tigers.
Talk a little bit about Ellis Stewart. Other than 3.0 GPA athlete, 1,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, game-winning catch in the state championship. Also batted 400 for Cecilia.
He looked at the instant replay there, and that backflip is what we saw on the instant replay. It's just a special young man. And Tegeter, that's right, is on to try the PAT in this one at the buzzer, and that was just all Ellis fighting to get into the end zone. Had to do it there.
Yeah, good poise there by Compton as well to waiting for him. That's a crossing route. That took a long time to develop, and it was either that or they don't get anything. Compton, we didn't talk about Compton. 2,855 all-purpose yards, 41 touchdowns for Dylan Compton from Bunkie.
Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. 10-7. Go ahead and finish up.
4.0 GPO for Dylan Compton. Like I said, 2,855 all-purpose yards, 41 touchdowns. That drive was his.
That was huge indeed. It is halftime here, back in 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the 2024 Gridiron Football All-American Bowl right here on 446 Sports.
Not taking up too much of your time.
Hey everybody, I'm Andy Bryson, CEO here at Gridiron Football. I want to talk to you today about our nonprofit. Gridiron Football is a 501c3 nonprofit in the state of Louisiana. Our mission here is to help kids. Our mission statement is to change one life is a change community. What we've done over the last 10 years is we've helped thousands, tens of thousands of kids through the exposure, through our magazine, through our newsletter, through our videos, our website. What we are asking for is to donate. Donate $10 a month, which is less than 35 cents a day, to help kids, help us, help more kids. Your donation will go a long way in helping some kid across the state of Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, or Alabama, Florida, across the Gulf Coast, get the exposure they need to go to college. Again, I'm Andy Bryson. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we need your donations today. Thank you. Hey everybody, I'm Andy Bryson, CEO here at Gridiron Football. I want to talk to you today about our nonprofit. Gridiron Football is a 501c3 nonprofit in the state of Louisiana. Our mission here is to help kids. Our mission statement is to change one life is a change community. What we've done over the last 10 years is we've helped thousands, tens of thousands of kids through the exposure, through our magazine, through our newsletter, through our videos, our website. What we are asking for is to donate. Donate $10 a month, which is less than 35 cents a day, to help kids, help us, help more kids. Your donation will go a long way in helping some kid across the state of Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, or Alabama, Florida, across the Gulf Coast, get the exposure they need to go to college. Again, I'm Andy Bryson. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we need your donations today. Thank you.
All right, fans, if you're in the concession stands, just letting you know that we're a couple minutes away from kickoff to start the second half.
And we're back to Memorial Stadium here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I am Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano. Brett Stallsby on camera for us out in the end zone. Caught that good touchdown reception right there at the end of the half. And, of course, Chuck Perkins up there in the press box with us. Good to see the crew made it down here. Had a good week. Nick and I were able to hang out with a lot of the guys and visit with them as well. So, Nick, what do you take out of the first half based on what you saw in the first couple of days?
I think the great thing about a game like this is playmakers get to make plays.
Right.
Okay. And that's what you're seeing. Unfortunately, your passing game sometimes is not going to be, up to what you usually see during the regular season. Your offensive line blocking on run blocks sometimes, it's going to be different, mix and match because you're not used to the person playing beside you, two people playing beside you. But I think it's been exciting. Yeah, I think it's been fun. I think it's been exciting. I think the coaches and the crowd and the band has been really entertaining. And I've enjoyed it, Doug.
Look, the one thing that we talked to most all of these players, and all of them told us they wanted to get exposure. They wanted to play well. And the one thing that we echoed to them was this isn't where you get recognized in this one game. They're looking at those 4 different practice sessions is what those guys are looking at. And we saw guys going full speed ahead in those practices.
Yeah, and I will say that the offenses, once again, they've been able to move the ball from 20 to 20 on 2 different drives and then stall out. One for the Tigers, one for the Lions.
Oh my! Sorry.
No worries. We've had a great kickoff return by C.J. Spurs. We've had a field goal.
C.J. Spurs has been really solid in this one.
Yep. And I just, like I said, I think it's been very, very few penalties so far, and the penalties that have been, they've been forced penalties, which that's another thing that you like to see. I mean, you like to see that your kids have penalties because of things that are happening. They're trying to make happen. There haven't been a lot of mental mistakes, and I hope I don't do the announcer's jinx for this second half, but really exciting so far.
Tegeter set to kick this one off. Washington and Hargrove back deep to receive. Grayson out of Gulfport puts a foot into that, and that's going to be Hargrove from the 5-yard line. Gets out to the 15-20 now. Another good return in this one. Spun around. Good work by that Lions defensive unit, and things getting a little testy, a little chipping, and I realize, oh, wait, we're all here having a great time. So they let that one go. 2 15-minute halves of football remaining in these young men's high school career. They expect for them to come out and really show out in this. We'll check and see who is starting at quarterback. That young man from Riverdale, that is Rita Ghazali.
5 wide. Nope, I'm sorry.
Yep, 3 to the near side, 1 to the top. Ghazali back to pass. He's looking to the near side down the seam. That's Jimmy Duncan, the Northwestern State Demon signee, complete for the first down.
Yep, Jimmy Duncan from Alexander Senior High, 30 receptions, 531 yards, 9 touchdowns for the state runner-up Alexander Senior High Trojans.
We've seen him make a number of one-handed jumping catches this year. Will go up in the middle of anything and get it. One thing he told you is he's not played a game without Darius out there with him.
Yeah, the Team Tigers, Doug, they had 10 men on that play because they only had 4 backs, 5 linemen. They didn't have a running back or a tight end. So.
Cunningham from Westminster Christian in there at running back. He's out on the flat now, pretty wide open. Not going to see him getting slung down that time by the Lions number 8, Nick. That's Linford Noriega out of Jack C. Hayes High in Buda, Texas.
Yep. Then once again, we talked about him a little early. 65 tackles, 12 sacks, 2 PBUs. Just a very athletic, just tall, big defensive end.
He had Cunningham wide open in the flat, though, as that play started. Could have been certainly a big gainer, but would have even exemplified that, not having the 10-yard loss from the sack, or 8-yard loss if they do. play action that time and going to keep it, but coming up and making a tremendous play again is this defense, and that's Jay Wright from Delhi.
Yeah, Jay Wright, 4.0 student, multi-sport athlete is what the notes say about him, and you could tell he's definitely athletic. That came from the free safety position, Doug. I think that one, Rita probably should have given that one. Should have given that one off to the running back there.
They'll come over there and talk about it again. 17, 16, and 15. Of course, you see that in this game because there's no time to put signals in. Right. You're working on execution too much. 3rd down and 17. Have to get all the way out to the 49-yard line because Ali sends motion. Got to step up in the pocket, but he's going to get swarmed. Dumps that one off to avoid the sack, and did have the young man from Chef that was close, and that's Chase McCall, was the air quote intended receiver.
Yeah, 13 from Noah Harper from Richwood, 3.2 GPA. He's a tight end defensive end with the pressure.
Lucas is going to be back in there. James Lucas, the 4th young man from Peabody, on to punt. I see 16 for the Lions, which is Jay Wright, and then I can't see the other because the jersey is rolled up.
Looks like 24, maybe Andrew England from Harrisburg.
Snap is back to Lucas, puts a foot into this one. It's short. Team Lions going to have to get out of the way so it doesn't bounce up on one of them.
No, I'm sorry, it was actually CJ back there for CJ Spurs back there for Ouachita.
The ball will be spotted at the 44-yard line of Team Lions. That's where Team Lions will take over.
So not much on that initial drive. We'll see what Nino back in the game. Nino Freeman, he is back in the backfield with number 21, Caleb Joseph. Caleb Joseph out of Bel Air High School here in Baton Rouge.
Doug, 54, Cole Sharkey is your center there. 56, Darion Simmons from Estruma, 3.1, has 7 offers to college. You're right guard right now.
Goodness gracious. It's a good spot to run out of.
And then Man Mountain.
Good to see
Daniel Cole is your right tackle right now.
Out of Valley View High School. Handoff goes to the right side and just running through everybody. And that's a tremendous run right over there by Caleb Joseph. Yeah. And he ran behind Man Mountain on that right side and also well, if you can't see the defense as a running back, odds are they can't see you.
Right. And also Darion Simmons. So look for that to probably be the next play here as well.
We ate breakfast with Cole a couple of times. That's another handoff right up the middle. And we asked Cole what his favorite breakfast food was. What do you think he said? Pancakes. Sorry about that. You've got to be there with me.
98, Rylan Hardy with a tackle from Cecilia, state champion, 41 tackles, 4 sacks, 10 tackles for loss. Also likes martial arts and wrestling.
Look, I talked to him, I guess, after the first night and asked him how it went because we'd visited, had a good meeting with him. And he said, I thought I was going to be intimidated, but it's just football. And indeed it was. Oh, what a move there along the line by number 20.
Yep, that's Landon Fradu from Grant.
He's the one that had that athletic interception that we posted in practice.
It's Fradu.
It is.
I'm talking to our PA now.
You are, that's correct.
3.1 GPA, 300 career tackles for Landon.
Tremendous work by that young man. Under 10 minutes to go in the third. Big third down here. Nino has not yet used his legs on this drive, really since that first drive. Nino's going to hang on to this one and try to get going. And they are on Nino, and that's Fradu once again. It goes up and says, Nino who?
big stop there in open field from Fradu there. And,
reminds me a lot of a Craig Stelz type of guy defensively.
Yeah, Nino should have given it off to this young man here.
Macon Leonard was there. Macon Leonard out of OCS.
Yes. Yeah, he should have handed that one off on that one, but I don't know. Some people would have thought that would have been a good one-on-one, but Fredu proved them wrong. Great work by that young man from Grant. And Grant is in the house tonight.
Indeed,
4 players, and they brought a big crowd.
A contingency, if you will. On to punt is Callaway. Didn't have a great one as last time. Snap is back to him there, and that kick is a good one. Yeah. Going to be caught inside, right on the 5-yard line. Darius not afraid to grab one from anywhere, gets out to the 15-yard line and saves a lot of room.
Yeah, Andrew England from Harrisonburg High School, Harrisonburg, Arkansas, on the tackle. 80 tackles, 1 sack, 7 TFLs, 3.9 GPO, 3.9 GPA.
You talk about teamwork on there. Jimmy Duncan goes out there and gets Darius's shoe that he had twisted out of when he was off and running.
New running back for the Tigers there, Doug. Mikael Chausant, North Iberville.
Lucas, the 4th, out there now. 2 receivers to the top. His dad coaches on part of that Central team that won. He's going to keep that himself and then dumps that pass. What a beautiful play by James Lucas.
Yeah, that's the tight end, number 19, Joshua Hebert, Notre Dame, 3.3 GPA, 23 ACT. They say he's a first baseman and a great first baseman for that Notre Dame baseball team. And if you guys don't know anything about Notre Dame, they're a quality baseball program as well.
The Pios very solid in softball, baseball, a lot of things.
And that was number 6 in the backfield, Mikael Chausant. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Let me look at it and see.
Chausant, number 6 for the Tigers.
Yeah, Mikael Toussaint out of North Iberville.
And he's a linebacker, but he had 90 tackles, 2 sacks, 18 TFLs.
Real quick, look for a personal foul face mask against the defense. The play was over, and the helmet got ripped off of one of the linemen. So that's going to give another 15 yards to the Tigers. And Lucas is leading another good drive. He did that as well in the first half.
Yeah, 59 checking in. Jace Williams from Assumption checking in for number 71, Lewis Jackson Hales from Acadiana Christian right now at should be the left tackle position.
8:20 to go in this one. 3rd quarter of play. 10-7. Tigers lead this one. If we can get the Tigers to do that tomorrow, too, that'd be great. 1st down and 10. Snap is back. Lucas with a handoff there up the middle. Well, first man through there was Isaiah McFarland out of Mangum, number 40 for the Tigers.
Yeah, also Lionel Scott Jr. there from Faraday, 3.6 GPA. Says he lost 30 pounds in off season to get quicker. And he really was quick on that play. But good run there though by Chausant and for a linebacker.
2 to the top, 2 to the near side now. Lucas in the backfield at quarterback there, shotgun with Mikael Toussaint. Snap is back, gives it to Mikael right through there, and he's just continued dragging folks through. He was dragging number 4, Jonah is that Waipa, I guess, from Capital. That's a young man from Santa Fe, New Mexico.
3.65 GPA for Waipa. All academic at his high school.
Well, I'm very impressed with the running of Toussaint there. 1st down and 10 from the 44-yard line. Snap is back. Play action. Zips it back over to the far side. Complete out to number 40. And that is Landon McGrath out of Slidell.
4.4 GPA for McGrath. National Honor Society. And he's listed as an athlete. And you can see that one. Now Hebert comes in to replace him.
Yeah, he'll come off. That does bring in. You see Mikael still out there. Lucas comes in, and he's talking to his running back now. about it.
Look, 84, Timothy Johnson, St. Amans on this side, outside. 3.0 with 37 catches, 651 yards, 9 touchdowns on the season for that young
Snap is
man.
back to Lucas. Tucson has it, spins around again. It continues to grind the legs and drive through.
He looks like Simmons from Central earlier.
lot like
Does
that,
not get, and of course, and you also had Elsie that the first guy did not bring down.
We talked to Coach P.J. Sprunk before this. He's the head coach of that Tigers team, and said, what is your formula for this? He said, well, we're just going to rotate guys most of the way, and then we get into the fourth quarter. It's going to be whoever's performing the best and giving us an opportunity to win this game. They all want to win it. Snap is back from Lucas. He's going after everything down the far sideline. That was intended for number 16, Uriah Wade, out of DeRitter.
Doug, on the last tackle, Cortland Houston from Barb had the tackle. 3.6 GPA, powerlifting, track and field. He has had a really good game for the Lions defensive line.
Fourth down now, and Lucas stays in there. Certainly not kicking a field goal from here. Lucas is the punter, but I don't think they're going to punt from here. That little pooch punt or quick kick or any of that. 5 and 4 and 3 on the play clock. Got to get it snapped. 2 and 1. They get that one off. Oh, they got a false start. Okay, so they didn't. I just want to say, you can't call the idea of the delay of game. So the delay of game is they look at it, they see the 0, and look to see if the play's going, and look back, and that's when they'll throw the flag. But that was motion. One of the guys looking at the play clock. Fourth down now and 10. Boy, since that opening drive, that defense has held the Lions in check. There's Lucas. He's got plenty of room to get out there and go. Cuts back to the inside. Need to go down. James Lucas, the fourth, creating things with his legs.
Yeah, 15-yard gain there on that fourth down play.
First down and 10 now from the 30-yard line. Very impressed with the way Lucas has played on these on the 2 or 3 drives that he's been in.
Doug,
there.
I don't know who's burning more calories during this game, James Lucas the third or James Lucas the fourth. Because the third is right in front of us, and there's a walkway here, and he's burning some calories. So is Mr. Miranda.
Yes, they are. .425 to go in the third. Very impressive drive being put on by Lucas and this Tiger offense. There's that front line. But I'm telling you, these young guys just do not stop. That's Tucson who continues to grind after contact.
Yeah, Titus Harold, 14 from the Lions, turned them inside to the Calvary. Number 11, Khalif Bell from Warren Eastern, linebacker, helped finish them off.
Well, if those kids from Warren Easton play like linebacker coach Mikel Johnson from this team, they're fired up. He is. If you met anybody as intense as him,
well, there's
some,
but,
yes,
but no, I mean, intentional as well.
That's correct.
You know, I mean, very good with these young men.
Second down and 8 following that 2-yard run from Tucson. Got a new running back in there now. We'll have to see who that is. Switches from side to side. Lucas has got to step out of that. He's going to get slung down again. And that young man seems to do that a lot. That is his MO for tackling. Demarion Burks out of White Castle. 6'7", 280.
3.1 GPA. 15 tackles, 1.5 sacks per game. Averaged 1.5 sacks per game. Go figure.
Goodness gracious. Back in there at running back is Michael Cunningham. That's a young man out of Westminster Christian.
3.5 GPA for Cunningham. Multi-sport athlete, which most of your athletes from a school like Westminster Christian Opelousas will be multi-sport.
They share that stadium with Opelousas
Yep.
on Friday nights. Snap is back to Lucas. Got to be careful and get out of there. Throws that one off his back foot. Lucas got hit pretty hard that time, but is being helped up by the man that did lay the wood to him. That's Linford Noriega out of Buda, Texas.
Yeah, very active on this left defensive end for Noriega, and if he would have had just a split second more, he had the wide receiver wide open on the side here.
Yeah,
and just
that was Landon McGrath from Slidell was just wide open.
Another 4th and 15. He ran for the last one with coverage breaking down.
Well, when
Fredo's in, so
you send those guys down the field like that.
Rita's in. I'm sorry, Rita's in for Lucas to 4th.
Rita Ghazali comes in on 4th down here. I think it may have been that Lucas got a little shaken up on that last one. Ghazali back to pass, bull rush by that left side. Throws this one back over the middle. Going to be a pass interference is what it looks like. That one was intercepted, but I don't know if it will stand.
Yeah, that's 16, Jay Wright from Delhi. It might be hold, Doug. I think it was before the ball was in the air, which would make the penalty different, right?
Yes.
The yardage would be different. Let's see. I think it's going to be a hold, which would be 10.
So it's going to nullify the interception.
Yeah, holding.
So the difference in that one was pre-pass and post-pass.
Right.
And that 15 yards is a first down.
But it's going to be a 10-yard for the hold, which would make it, what, 4th and 5?
Well, he said the first down, so it's not. It's a 10-yard penalty, 4th down and 5.
Lucas the 4th back in, so yeah, he just needed to catch his breath after that big hit.
The official looking over to the far side. And he should, they're bringing. They're not. They're moving it up like that. It's first down, so they're going to move it. I don't know that that's an automatic first down, though. They're giving him 10 yards and an automatic first down is what they've marked off.
Still 4th, right?
Yeah,
4th and 5. So that's good by the whole referee crew.
That's right. They on top of things here.
Good work up here by our new friend, Mr. Singleton, on that play.
Now they'll come over and talk to the Tigers side of it, and yeah, it's not. They're only and they'll get Ghazali back in there. Only the personal foul penalties, the roughing the passer, roughing the kicker, roughing the holder, will actually end in a automatic first down. They're bringing Tegeter out there to try to add on to this lead now after that penalty. They've got him into range. They'll set it up for what appears to be a 42-yard kick.
And once again, this becomes interesting because Darius is held for a right-footed kicker. And look, I'm a former holder in high school, and that does make a big difference.
Yep, because you're looking at him this time. They can't rush it, so that makes things a little bit easier. Tegeter.
It's good.
Splits the uprights, and I mean hit a line shot in there from 42. That one is good, 13-7. Tigers extend their lead. Grayson Tegeter looking pretty good out of Gulfport, Mississippi.
Yes, very good work there. I don't know if I said it earlier, but I'll just repeat it if it is. 3.5 GPA, 36 of 38 on extra points. He was 3 for 3 on field goals in this season.
2 for 2 tonight.
2 for 2 tonight, that's right. Makes him 5 for 5 on the season on field goals.
So the good thing about that, though, if you are a Lions fan, it's still just a touchdown lead is all
correct.
that it is.
And I'll tell you what, Doug, it's very difficult to find specialists for all-star games. So it's very, very good for this group at Gridiron All-American to get specialists in here.
Well, even the long snapper that's in there, the couple of long snappers that they have. So here they go again. It's that within 10 yards of each other, they have to have somebody to retrieve the ball, and they do, and then the kickoff team can take off. These are those NFL rules that you see.
If C.J. Spur there on the return, big return again, and brought down by number 20, Landon Fredu.
Look, I'm quickly becoming a fan of C.J. Spurs. We saw him in Washita, and I'll be glad to follow his career now that he's gone from Washita.
And epitome of a team player.
Yeah, go anywhere they need.
He's an offensive guy that had to play DB because of other reasons, and you see his explosiveness. I'd like to see him get a catch on this, because you could see, how well he can run after the catch.
Absolutely. 2:13 to go here in the third. Nino in at quarterback. See who he's got back there with him, Nick.
Looking at from, I think that's Walker, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's the helmet. That's what it looks like.
So I'll try to find.
Handoff goes right up the middle, off the right side, and busting through the seam. Finally going to be brought down by the Tigers, number 23. Caleb Cooper is what it looked like, wasn't it?
Caden Jones is the running back, though, from Walker. 3.3 GPA, 1,600 all-purpose yards, 22 touchdowns. And we won't forget him.
No, not at all.
We won't forget him now. Good job there, Mr. Walker, on the run.
Rajon Sims and Donovan Jackson split out to the near side. Over to the far side is CJ. Nino hands that one off up the middle, but kind of held on to it just a bit.
Yeah, that was,
and stacked up for a loss.
Yeah, unorthodox there.
That's our buddy from Cecilia.
That's your boy Rylan Hardy.
Look, that dude is a ticking time bomb wherever he's at on there. His motor does not stop running.
They said, Coach. I mean, one of the linebackers coach said, Coach, we don't have anybody who can play the nose. And he looked around and he said, I'll play the nose.
I'll play the nose. And look, he is just sitting there talking guard. Yes, he is. Oh, he got that state champion mentality. Back to pass is Nino. He gets rushed hard there by number 18 of the Tigers, and that's good work. It's
Landon Valerie. You're right.
Okay, no, I've got my. Let me switch my guys around and see. Yeah. I got my rosters backwards.
Yeah, Landon Valerie there from McDonough, and another one that we were talking about, Doug, between him and 40 on this side from Grant, who is Landon McGrath. 40 from his is Landon McGrath from Slidell. I mean, these guys off the edge can fly. The question is, can they hold up to the run? And they have so far.
Under a minute remaining here. Nino lets it go through his legs, gets it back, and here comes pressure. Nino is going to go down on a big-time sack that time from number 44, Cortland L. Eli from Grant Parish, Grant High School.
Yep, Cortland Eli, 2.8 GPA, 6'3", 260, 54 tackles, 6 sacks. 4 TFLs, make that 7 sacks, and Grant has showed up tonight. It's great to see. It's great to see those young men have a good night.
The same response when we talk to these guys that you got from. What do you say to folks when they say, "Oh, you're from a small school like Grant High School"? Like, we'll see.
Yes.
Let's just go out here and play.
Yeah, and it was great to see. And I wonder if Coach Cleveland, who was from LCU, was at Grant last year.
Yep, DB coach.
I wonder if his connection to this helped. We do know that there was a dad here, and I apologize for not having. I think if I'm not mistaken, the dad that was here from Grant was Mr. Borland, I think was here.
Yes,
part
we
of
talked
the
to him the first
club.
night.
His son Grant Borland, number 35, 3.7 GPA, 63 tackles, 1 sack, 5 TFLs, and he talked about how much, that they're doing for Grant High School, and this is the results of that stuff when you get your kids involved with this stuff.
We are moving to the 4th period of play in this one. So with the difference going from the 12-minute quarters that they play in high school to the 15-minute college is an additional quarter. It's like they're playing 5 of what they're used to because you get an extra 12 minutes of play.
And 2 bottles of water for the play-by-play guy.
That's correct. Indeed it is. Look, I'm going to sleep most of the way home back to Alexander tonight. That's unfortunate news for Nick because I'm driving.
I was fixing to say.
So Nick says, wait a minute. Callaway back on to punt. He punts into that wishbone of Ellis, Washington, and Duncan. Callaway gets this one away. I don't think it's going to be returnable. Fair catch called for. D-Dub's going to step out of the way and let it roll.
I'm going to talk about number 26 there for the Tigers, Jatari Harris from DeRitter. Darius is telling him, you know, fire, 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 get away. He gets away because that ball landed exactly where he was at. So good work there by that young man and Darius for helping him out. So many times that ball will bounce off that, defender and not know where he's at. So good work there.
7:47 on your Monday night. Sorry, jeez.
Compton back in, Doug. Compton's the only Tiger quarterback that's led a touchdown drive. The other two
were field goals from Lucas. That's right.
Yeah, Lucas has had field goal drives. So
Compton's got Elsie back in there with him. So they roll into the fourth quarter, and that looks like offsides from the big man from Texas.
He's pointing, obviously, like every big man does, but that's Burks if it holds. And Burks was the one that averaged 1.5 sacks per game. So.
Yeah, Demarion Burks out of White Castle actually is where he's at, and it is offsides. You certainly know that you got to go down there and get some points if you're this Tigers offense. Boy, the Tigers defense has been so solid since that opening possession that you thought this high-flying Lions team was just going to do a lot of work. It's a keeper by Compton. Compton getting to the far side, and we know he's got the legs to do it.
Yeah, good work there by Compton. And, I mean, once again, small school, Central Louisiana, but a great. I mean, they made it far in the playoffs and have had a very successful, 4 or 5 years here.
14:33 and counting. Appreciate everybody that's checked in with us. Stevens of Baskin says, watching Lions number 77, Big Drew Callaway. Nice work, and in fact it is. Here's a coming around to the near side is Elsie. Elsie trying to get to the corner. Good blocking downfield. Elsie's going to get stopped right there, but not after a 17-yard gain. Nick, that was number 29 that got him down, Caleb Daniels.
Turling's Catholic product there, 3.0, 72 tackles, 3 TFLs, and 5 PBUs, and laid the lumber there on a very strong Elsie.
But he did. But the blocking of Chase McCall to get him to the corner is what sprung him. Good work by McCall. Compton, Elsie in the backfield. Dynamic duo indeed. Elsie's going to get it again and go the other way with it, trying to look for a seam, and he bangs through for about 8 yards, and Elsie seems to get a little stronger as the night's going on.
Number 0 there, Taylor Brasher from Escambia, Pensacola, Florida, 2.6 GPA, 55 tackles, 4 interceptions on the tackle there. So number 0 from Lions took down number 0 from the Tigers.
2nd down and 1, a short one following that gain of 9. Elsie comes back in and relays the play.
This is where they might take a shot, Doug. They've had those 3 RPOs in a row and maybe take a shot here on 2nd and 1.
Defensive line adjusts over. If by shot you mean give it back to Elsie, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good work there by 40 from the Lions, who is Isaiah McFarland from Mangum. He's had a very good game.
Noriega, number 8, also in there.
Yes.
Young man out of Buda, Texas.
But Elsie's a load to take down, so to hold him for no gain is very big.
3rd down and 1. Compton calls for the ball back to pass now. Gonna just tuck it and take it to the outside. Good work offensive line by the Tigers, number 77. That's Bo Webb out of Franklinton. Just was able to give that little bit of pressure. Oh, they're saying that he went out of bounds before he got to the line.
Wow.
So they're getting him to the line of scrimmage is where it is. Now it's going to be 4th down.
Wow. That's interesting, Doug.
Wow.
And I have to give 24 from the Lions England credit, because he could have easily have hit him out of bounds, but he held up. So that worked out well for him. You giving Compton the option of either him or Elsie on this one, Doug?
Want you to know, I give it to Jimmy Duncan on the jet sweep from the inside slot.
Nothing wrong with that either.
You got 2 wideouts on this side. Here comes Jimmy now. The fake was to Jimmy.
Ooh.
And he's not going to get it. They're marking him short. That far side official marks him short.
That is Jeremiah Coleman from Astruma High School, district defensive MVP. Go figure.
Absolutely.
What a play by that young man to hold Compton.
You know, I had no prior knowledge of that, but they should have gave that ball to Jimmy and let him go around.
But you were wrong.
I was wrong. That's correct.
No, but you were right. You were right. You said you would have given it to him, and I tell you what, I think he should have.
He's still running right now. That gives it out in great field position. 38-yard line is where this Red Lions team will start from.
Coaching staff from the Tigers not pleased with that spot at all.
Come up here in the booth and we'll get the replay of it.
Yeah. Kalen Roy comes in late for the Tigers at linebacker.
They're switching the yard markers after a pickup of 3, maybe 2.
Yeah, that's so I got my thing here. That was Leonard.
Yeah,
Leonard
that's Macon Leonard that gets that one. Just a solid running back. And the tape that we saw on Leonard was that he just continues to get tough for himself, runs hard, and continues to work.
1,572 rushing yards, 25 touchdowns, 2-time track All-American. Not All-State, All-American.
There's that jet sweep and blown up in the backfield. Come on, tell me who it is.
He wants that second ring. He wants that second gold ring.
Yeah, he does. Rylan Hardy. And, dude, look, a wrecking ball in there. I'm telling you, the motor does not turn off from Rylan Hardy.
He reminds me so much of one of my best friends from high school, Johnny Guypen Jr., played defensive line just like him. People underestimate him, and Johnny was always there. So good work there by Hardy.
Snap is back from Nino, and he's got a wide open receiver out of the backfield, and that is complete to Blake Moran from St. Edmund out of Eunice.
Yep, 32 catches, 609 yards, 11 touchdowns. Probably got a little confused there, lost a couple yards after the catch, trying to make another play. Looks like this field's really starting to tear up, Doug.
To get mucked up. It's very muddy and mucky out there. But even that big play, it's still 4th down because of that sack by Hardy.
Caleb Joseph in that running back now with Nino.
Nino back to pass, pumps that, trying to scramble around. Going to be out of bounds, incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs, and they'll have it in plus territory. Will the Tigers? Makes me want to go back and watch that.
That's a flag?
Yeah, but there's been a lot of jawing going on afterwards, and I believe it may be post-possession.
Holding.
Or it may be holding's going to be declined.
Yeah, okay. I can tell you one thing.
I want to go back and watch the Cecilia State Championship game again now and watch my boy Hardy out there play.
Yeah, I'll tell you something else. If the Tigers hold on, there's going to be some serious talking. The Lions have been talking all week.
A lot of talking. It's been that 7v7.
Yes.
They were really making some noise.
Yes, and Coach Sprung said, hey, 7v7 in the game, and when the lights are on.
He said, we'll talk about it when we're on the field.
Right. That's right. So we've got coaches coming out. We got to figure out what's going on here.
They're going to separate some things because it got a little chippy out there. You know, and it's an all-star game. It's a fun weekend. It's all of this. Look, these guys have been hitting each other all week. They're finally hitting somebody else. Looked like they may have just taken an official's timeout in this to settle things a little bit, Nick.
Yeah, I see. I see Coach Murphy. He's talking and pointing to the middle of the field for the line. So, I'm wondering if they didn't see something that. I could tell you, I don't think I want to be the side judge over there right now.
Getting in the earful, to say the least. Coach Murphy's letting him know his thoughts on the particular. Look at the Tigers up on the line of scrimmage, ready to go.
Yep.
This is a matchup I've wanted to see. It's Darius Washington of Alexandria, and it is Krishan Jones of Escambia. Krishan had that, and he's talking a little bit to Compton, who's on the sideline.
Rita's in quarterback.
Young man from Riverdale. Play action, and that slant is in and out of the hands and was right there for the Tigers, number 17, Katron Hargrove out of Glen Oaks.
Yeah, traditionally a quarterback for Glen Oaks, and then a state champion in track. And I would have liked to have seen his track speed if he would have been able to hold on to that.
Rita Ghazali in there now. And look, Jones and Compton still talking a little garbage to each other on the sidelines. That's just, I mean, he has been nonstop since he got here. But when we interview him, just as polite and well-mannered as can be. And I love that. When he's inside the lines, it's battle. Second down and 10. Not sure what the coaches on the far side are pointing at over there, but handoff is up the middle behind that big offensive line. D-line is there making the stop.
Yeah, there's number 34 from the Lions again. Jeremiah Coleman from Estruma. I mean, you can see why, once again, he was a defense MVP for the district. And why am I not surprised that the play-by-play guy likes some talking on the field?
That's right. It just keeps the game interesting.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I think he's talking a little bit to Coach Randall. Pass in and out of the hands once again, and Ghazali has been putting it on balls that should be catchable. That was Hollins from East Jeff that missed that one.
Yeah. Let's talk about Javen Lewis from Fisher, who was on the pass breakup there. 59 tackles, 4 interceptions, 19 PBUs. That looks that goes with what just happened. Also 2.8 GPA for that young man.
Ellis Stewart on to punt.
And he was hitting the ball. He was kicking the ball really well in pregame.
Number 1, Ellis Stewart.
Back deep to receive is Jones. I'd like to see Jones get a shot at one of these and see if anybody wants to take a shot at tackling. That's going to be too high. It's not going to be returnable. Jones isn't going to fair catch. Yeah, that's fair catch interference. That's kick catch interference. But there's J-Lou to clean things up for Jones, and he was not backing up from that. Was not going to fair catch it at all.
Yeah, that was Fredu got a little excited. If I'm not mistaken, no, I'm sorry, it was 25. Excuse me. Isaiah McKinney from Grant, who got a little excited on the punt there. 3.1 GPA, 63 tackles, 4 sacks, 3 TFLs, and of course Jaden Lewis, who we haven't mentioned much tonight, from Alexandria, 3.2 GPA, 68 tackles and 5 interceptions for your Trojan State runner-up in Division I.
Select Division I, yeah. They'll go all the way out to the 25-yard line with that one. Man, you almost wish they wouldn't have been that penalty, too, because he was staying in there till the last minute to catch that ball. I think that young man has zero fear in him. Nino in there at quarterback. He is back with, who's the running back?
Caleb Joseph.
Caleb Joseph back there with him. 3 to the top, 1 to the near side. Look, those DBs and wide receivers wide open again. That is picked off. That's the young man that had the penalty last time, I believe. That's 25, Isaiah McKinney out of Grant, who goes back and picks that one up.
How do you make up for it? Next play, you get interception. So great work there by the Grant Parish.
So here's how messed up I was in that. I thought that McKinney was the intended receiver. He was so wide open. But McKinney was the only one that was going to catch that one.
Yeah, great work there by that young man. And like I said, Grant's in the house tonight. Have a very good showing.
How about you, Central Louisiana? That's right. Jacob Miranda with the
interception.
Pick.
Yep.
Got a young man injured on the far side over there. So,
yeah, looks like they're trying to get him up now. So hopefully.
Subscribe to 446Sports on YouTube throughout the year for great coverage of sports around Louisiana. For to see your game on stream, you can watch the stream right now. Pay-per-view. Go to 446sports.com. Join Doug, Nick, and Chuck on the broadcast. And listen to the podcast. See what they can say.
That was, yeah, we talked about it. Big number 75, Preston Jones shaking up again on that one. That's the second time we've seen that young man go down. 8 minutes remaining in this one. The Tigers, after being forced to punt, get the turnover again, and that's a couple INTs now thrown by Nino, I believe.
Yep. And now, Doug, you have Brendan London from Chef in with Reed in the backfield.
Yeah, Ghazali there. London, Ghazali back here. First down at 10 from the 25-yard line. Deep in Lions territory. Ghazali back and pass. He's going for it all right here. It is complete down to the 1-yard line. That's number 13, Romello Howard out of Slidell. They call him Slidell all week.
Yep, Slidell 3.3 GPA, 4.46, 40-yard dash.
I'm sorry, what was it?
4.46.
Yeah, it was.
For the athlete.
7:43 to go here. Ghazali right on the money there.
Elsie back in as well. Now, Doug.
Duncan and Washington to the near side.
Stewart to the far side.
And you're first and goal from the 2-yard line, 3-yard line, and you got 0 in the backfield.
And
surely,
I'm sorry.
No, surely he's not a decoy.
And they're not going under center this time like they did on this end when they fumbled.
Right. Stay with what you know. Snap is back. Ghazali's going to keep it himself, but you're going to get motion, it looks like.
Golly, Doug, it's another one we need to follow going forward. Jeremiah Coleman actually came off the end there for a Struma. And I mean, the play was called dead, but he wasn't going. It would have been a loss.
Miss Shula watching this one, watching her grandson Caden Young from the swamp in Escambia High. They are the Gators there. And she's watching from Valdosta, Georgia. So big shout out to Georgia folks going on there. Team Tigers have it first down and goal from the 8-yard line. Elsie and Ghazali in the backfield. Duncan now in the slot to the far side. There goes Elsie off the left side, banging around. They're going to sling him into the end zone. Chad Elsie still never went down.
Yeah, getting a push there from 56 John David Smith, a.k.a. JD from Bunkie, helping push Elsie in there. But Struma, number 24, Coleman, and then number 13 for the Lions, Noah Harper helped Coleman bring Elsie down.
Elsie gets the penalty yardage back there, and it's second down and goal from the 2-yard line. Under halfway to go. Zeno now into the ball game for Team Tiger. Rajon Zeno out of Jennings, and easily one of the most underrated backs in the entire state, without a doubt. Love to see this young man go in there and get him a touchdown here. But that's going to...
Nope.
Did they get the timeout first? Yeah, timeout taken by Team Tiger, and that's the second time this half that they've had to stop it. Well, this would be a big one. It's a 6-point lead right now. This would make it a 2-score lead, and the way that defense of Coach P.J. Sprunk and folks have been playing, it's going to be difficult to get back in this.
I would have Zeno go to the right, hand off to the right behind Duncan and Stewart. Both are very good blockers out there.
I want to thank all of those that have tuned in to this tonight and have joined along with us on chat. Our last game, we had a camera in the press box on Nick and I, and we spared you guys that.
Yes, we did. Thank you.
If you're paying for it, we're not. We're gonna save that from you. Second down and goal following the timeout. Ghazali is in there with Rajon Zeno. Zeno out of Jennings, Louisiana. Motion comes in front of those two. Back to pass. He's looking for D-Dub. Covered up there. Now Ghazali's going to be off and running. Slings that inside, and that's Ellis that's got it. That is just a big one from Ellis Stewart out of Cecilia. And the Bulldogs said, look, this is how you do things for a state championship team.
Did I tell you that he bat 400 for Cecilia baseball?
You did not tell me that. So that's coming up this season.
Second touchdown night for him.
A lot of garbage being talked still by Jones from the Lions, and he's an equal opportunity smack talker. He's worked his way down.
Yeah, he's working
the
on
sideline.
Yeah, and then going for 2 here to make it 21.
Yep, trying to get up. They're already up 2 scores in this one, trying to make it 2 touchdowns and extra points. 6 minutes left in this one, just a shade under it at 5:59. Ghazali back to pass again. Throwing the lob over that way, and and look, one thing I'll tell you about Jones is he's one heck of a defender. You can say what you want to about anything else, but he is the true definition of a lockdown corner.
Well, Doug, he only has 3 interceptions, which is good.
It's because they don't throw to his side. I mean, I get that.
Well, and I was being sarcastic by saying that.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. And he has plenty of PBUs, and he was just taking on a receiver that's probably about 6 inches taller than him, and did a great job there. You are right. Krishan Jones, great work out of Escambia, Pensacola, 2.8 GPA, 6 foot tall. Let's just look at that. He's 6 foot tall, and Hollins from East Jeff, 6'6", from up here, 6 inches. I mean, that's just crazy how well he did on that one. Now, what do we have here? Who's going to be the quarterback for the? We haven't seen Abels in the second half, have we, Doug?
I don't believe we have.
So that's.
Tegeter set to kick this one off. See who's back there. Squibs that one back. It's got to bounce under his legs and get into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Yep, CJ Spurs there on the is back there, so we're going to see. And Nino's coming in again. I wonder if something's wrong with Abel. And like I said, I don't think we've seen him this half.
Not sure, but he just throws that ball so well. I think that Nino gives him a little bit better of an opportunity on the ground.
Yeah.
Could be about the only thing that I see, but again, he's thrown a couple of picks tonight.
That's right.
The last one, as a matter of fact, that led to that. So that's first points off turnovers tonight, if memory serves me.
Yes.
And so you had the McKinney penalty, and then he comes back with a pick. They go right down there and get the touchdown.
Correct.
19-10 4-7 in this one. Tigers extend their lead. 6 minutes to go in this one.
And it's Joseph from Bel Air back there with Nino.
Nino steps into this one. Claps, gets the ball back. Here comes pressure off the edge again, going way over the top, in the hands. Boy, what a catch there by number 10. That is DeMille Garrett Jr. out of Pine. There in Franklinton, Louisiana, Pine High School.
Yep, 3.8 GPA, 6 foot 370 pounds. Most interceptions in school history for the wide receiver that just caught the pass.
And that's one of the reasons that you have Nino in there. He's got that touch down the field. 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the near side. It's the young man that just had that big catch. Nino put it right in his pocket. Calls for the ball and back to pass again. Bull rush up the middle. That pass is complete. Good stutter step. That's CJ. CJ making a lot of folks miss. And that is one of the most beautiful run after catch that you will see. But there's a penalty flag on the ground. And they're telling the yard guys to stay right where they're at. The chain crew.
Yeah, chain crew get a little excited there, but a great catch and run by CJ Spurs. See what the penalty is here.
Hopefully it's not for naught and come back on a holding penalty. Offensive line has not moved a bit.
Well, it was in the secondary, so.
False. Oh, that's the second one of those penalties tonight, simulating the defensive, or simulating the snap, I guess, if you will. Another big pass from Nino, and things are rolling quickly. First drive of the game was this quick down the field. This one now, their current drive quickly down the field. It's just the middle of the game that they've not been able to do anything. It'll be 1st and goal. Nino's back there with one of the bigger running backs. That is Isaiah McFarland out of Mangum, it looks like.
Yeah, and Caden Jones is back there as well.
Yeah, that's Walker. Who I'm looking at.
No,
yeah.
you were right. 40's in there. 40's in there as H-back. You're right. He's right there to the right.
But Caden's flanked off to the left of Nino. Handoff does go to Jones. Up the middle, banging inside the end zone. Touchdown, Caden Jones. Touchdown, Lions.
I'm gonna say this right now. Watching that Lions team, that was coaching, because they told Nino, you're going to give that ball away, because so many times this week it was open on the run, and he didn't hand it to the running back, and that one was.
He said, look, hand it off. There's not an RPO.
Yep. And that was yes, and that was Caden Jones from Walker, 3.3 GPA, 1,600 all-purpose yards, 22 touchdowns, gives them 23 if you include today.
47-yard drive, and the young lady out of Escambia by way of Pensacola is on. That's Morgan Stancliffe, looking for her 2nd PAT of the evening out of the hold of Keegan Abels. Long snapper Wyatt Reed. Snap is back, and it's not handled, and we knew. That's what we told you. Look, you can run up there and say they're calling it incomplete because he didn't catch it. That's the power of Reed, the way he throws it back there, and we told you about it. Have you ever snapped one back that these guys aren't able to handle?
I don't know. They hit the quarterback right in the hands, so yeah, I get it. So, of course, I was a high school holder as well as a receiver, so might be a little more critical, unfortunately.
Well, again, though, in his defense, the speed, if you're used to this, and now you're catch, okay, akin to a major league that calls a changeup, and here comes the fastball that hammers him, and that's
good point, excellent point.
Donald says number 55, Myron Melton, is his nephew from Palestine, Texas.
So guess what now? 6-point lead. If they score if the Lions get the ball back and they score, extra point again. That's snap and hold.
That's right.
But may not get to that point.
This is the one man on the field guaranteed a championship ring.
Yes, that's correct.
Grayson Tegeter is there. He is guaranteed the championship ring.
And the coaches let him know that too, that, hey, man, settle down. And he's
Chip
done,
shot
he's
into
done a
the
good
landing
job.
zone comes to the young man from Chef of Baton Rouge.
Chase McCall, yeah.
McCall out to the 33-yard line, and there's going to be a personal foul penalty that's going to be whistled on 9 of the Team Tigers. That's Ja'Kalen Roy out of Karen Crow, who just stayed on top of the player. And that's going to, if that is the call, that's going to push them back.
Yes.
And really be one of those crucial penalties. Dead ball personal foul it is. That's the call. And so when the play's over with, he just lays on him and hops up off of him, and that's what you're going to get it every time in a game like this.
Rita's in there, Doug. So looks like they found so far the combinations they like with the running back and the wide receivers and the quarterback here.
Go back to the earlier, though. These college coaches and these scouts are looking at stuff like that.
Yeah. London from Chef is the running back out there with him.
That is Rita Gazzelli.
And he has looked for Jimmy early in this game.
Handoff is here to the near side.
Ooh.
Tigers running back gets it. That's London out of Chef, as we said.
Number 4, Jonah Lapa, Capital High School, Santa Fe, New Mexico, with the big hit there.
They're
at the very
having
end of the
London
play.
come off. And Elsie will come back in. Don't know if he briefly lost his helmet or what happened, but they had London come off the field for a play.
That was a big hit. And
Yeah.
remember, Mikel Toussaint. How you pronounce it again one more time?
There's no R in it. Mikel Toussaint.
Toussaint was the running back on one of the scoring drives.
Yep, Elsie back in there now, and he gets it. No, it's a play action because he does go to Jimmy Duncan. Jimmy Duncan, the Demon signee.
Jimmy Duncan from Alexandria Senior High, 30 receptions, 531 yards, 9 touchdowns, all district, all send-off for Alexandria Senior High, state runner-up, and we've seen that
Southern
a
Air
lot.
Cool Play of the Week one time.
Yes.
By fan voting.
So good work there by Jimmy.
It's first down is huge. 3rd down and 3. It's got to. Both sides of it you've got to get a stop if you're that Lions team. Just convert first downs if you're the Tigers. Snap is back. Good coverage on the running back out of the backfield. Great escapability by Gazzelli. He's going to slide down, but he slides down shy of it. You can't. They mark it where you start sliding rather than his dive forward.
Oh boy.
And now you've got a big, this goes back to a couple of games ago, Nick, that you and I talked about it. Do you kick it away from right here, or do you go for it? Deep in your own territory.
They're punting the ball, Doug.
I'm going for it.
Well, I'm saying
and going to win this game.
I'm just telling they're punting because.
I know what they're doing, but how do you kick it back to this team?
Yee.
This is Jay Wright out of Delhi that's back deep to receive. He's back there with Krishawn Jones, also number 25, Donovan Shine from Ouachita Parish.
Took a timeout, Doug. Took a timeout.
Yeah, they call it time and go for it here. Come on, man. You got to get in there and get you a yard.
Well, I've got to say, I was very impressed with that side judge because the Tigers coaches did not complain.
No, not at all.
They were sitting there and they.
That's the one you take, and you see you've got the yard marker right in front of you. You go over there and you stick the ball over and get that first down. You cannot have a 4th down opportunity right here.
And another thing too, Doug, is you cannot. Somebody talked him into you cannot fake a punt. So
nope. Rita Gazzelli and Chad Elsie back into this one, and no matter what, we're going for it right here. If I'm standing down on the sideline, I'm going for it. Look, there's GM Andy Bryson. He's like, wait a minute, this is a crucial part in this one.
I'm surprised they don't have Compton in there for his threat. They might be trying to. To get him a jump too.
Defensive line moving. They're going to call a penalty on here.
It's not delay.
The flag's down over there.
It's not delay because there was plenty of time. So, sideline warning on the lines.
So it's just going to be a warning, though.
But they have to redo the time clock. There we go. Okay.
But the clock's not running, well, because of timeout. So no harm, no foul on that one. Coming in motion is Duncan, and they do get him to jump.
Hold your water, boys.
Jimmy Duncan loving things over here at the 25-yard line. He's having a lot of fun. He and Ellis and enjoying things. There you get a good look at, well, Jimmy was on the field at the 25. Now he's on the other side of it. So you give yourself the opportunity to win the game by getting that first down right there. You soccer guys, bro. You lay back and play 0 to 0.
I would punt. I didn't say I would
punt.
I didn't say anything.
Reed Gazzelli, Chad Elsie in there.
I'm telling you, they were not going to run a play. I'm telling you that.
High snap. Elsie gets it. He's face masked, and that 15-yard penalty is coming in from the far side.
That's the only thing Noriega's done wrong all night. He's had Linford Noriega has had a great game. And
Young
like
man
I said,
out of Buda, Texas has been so solid.
That's the only thing he's done wrong all night. And yeah, they're bringing Compton in, Doug, for that running option. So
they're starting to dance a little bit on the Tiger side.
Well, and that right there is exactly why. Now, granted, I know it was a face mask, but that right there is exactly why they were not going to run a play on that 4th down. I'm telling you.
Because there was a pretty good
That was all we're going to get them to jump. There was some barking going on for sure.
Yeah, it was clear. And the shame, I mean, because he had a 5-6 yards loss in the backfield.
Yeah, like I said, that's his only mistake of the night. He's had a great game from Buda, Texas there. Now I'll remember the name Noriega.
Clock rolls here with 2:58 and counting. Dylan Compton from Bunkie in there at quarterback. Chad Elsie at running back.
Oh.
The false start give it, and the false start taketh away there.
They got plus 10. They still got a positive 10.
That's right.
It was 15 and now 5, but
it stopped the clock.
Dunbar.
So again, here from your train of thought, I'm gonna get the clock running again, and I'm gonna take another one, and another one, and another one.
Yeah. We did learn that earlier in the year, didn't we? You can keep going backwards all you want.
All you want.
Well, actually, the defense. I mean, the defense can actually not accept the penalty, and the clock will run.
That's right.
So, Noriega again, but that was.
There's Elsie being Elsie.
Yeah. It's been fun to watch this young man, Isaiah McFarland from Mangum. 4.840 for a man, 6 foot, 240, 4.2 shuttle, squats 545 pounds, bench press 300. That's Isaiah McFarland from Mangum, number 40.
Stick around after this one is over with. They'll name the offensive and defensive MVPs of both squads. They'll do that right after this game is concluded, and they award the rings and the medals. That's a simulated snap there, and there's another 5 yards. This is tough to get this one over with. Still a little bit of time left in this one.
And I have the lines with all 3 timeouts left, Doug.
The board shows 2 each, but who knows?
Okay.
Young men in a high school football game for the final time in their careers. Some of them will go on to play on Saturdays. The bulk of them will have offers to go play on Saturdays. And we will finally put a bow on this 2024 football season. Compton hands it off up the middle. That is
Zeno.
Yeah, that's Rajon Zeno out of Jennings.
Number 10, Rajon Zeno.
Been impressed with that young man, as well as these guys. Look, this game plan that the Tigers coaches have put together has been a solid one. They have got after him defensively. Timeout on the field, 1:43. The band is fired up. I don't know which band that is, though.
Will they put the ball in the air, Doug?
No, I don't even put the ball in the air here.
Oh, you play to win, Doug. 3rd and 6.
All right, let's get back to that discussion before I was pulled away from there. I don't think you have to put it in the air to win it right here.
I think they still have 2 timeouts because he's not changing it on the board.
Okay, there
I think
you go.
they still have 2. I could be wrong. I think the Lions have 2 timeouts, 25-second clock. You have to get 6 or
my man Compton is going to put this one away right here.
That's fine. I know one thing. They changed the receiver personnel from before the timeout. You have
Worst case, I'm going to make them use another timeout.
you have Johnson from St. Amant, Washington.
Compton in the backfield. He is back there with Rajon Zeno. Motion comes along. Compton comes to the near side. Compton to the 50. Compton. Say it, Nick.
Ball game.
Thank you.
Yep. Even though he ran out of bounds, still there's no way.
Just the one timeout remaining is what it looks like. We said, or do you think
2.
he's got 2?
I think he has 2.
I was saying just first down from Compton, but
yeah.
I'll take that ball game. Look, I'm going to get you over to the dark side before it's over with, partner.
You want to pass when it's run. You want to.
I keep them confused.
I think he was supposed to actually give that to Bird.
I don't put it in the air again. That's for sure.
Well, they've got Lucas the 3rd in.
Lucas the 4th. Lucas the 3rd is up here with us.
I've been watching him pace. I'm sorry.
Look, that bench that he and Mr. Miranda are on is like an inch or 2 lower now from the erosion on it.
Give him some extras of play here in the last 1 minute 37 seconds.
Coming into the game now, London.
Yeah.
Hayden Jackson, number 17, comes in at the other corner. He swaps places with Krishan Jones.
Okay, I'm sorry, yeah.
James Lucas, the 4th. Handoff does go to London to the far side, but he is bottled up. Boy, that's a big play. And there's another personal foul penalty. Things are getting nasty out there as the helmet was ripped off of 75. That's Earhart from Cecilia.
Yeah, Demarion Burks from White Castle with that.
You're not going to intimidate that big man from Cecilia.
And now we have 22 for the Tigers in. That's Michael Cunningham from Westminster Christian in with Lucas the 4th in the backfield. Make sure we have 16 here is Uriah Wade from the Ritter, wide receiver here. 40 catches, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns for Uriah Wade from the Ritter on this side.
First down on the field. Still 2 timeouts left.
Yes.
And need to get out of this one as clean as you possibly can. It's borderline getting a little nasty down there. Lucas thought about handing that off and probably should have. I don't think that the running back was there to get it in, and that's going to be a loss of 7 on the sack.
That's their second timeout. And number 40 for McFarland from Mangum.
And look, they'll get the helmet back. Compton had to come about 20 yards to get his helmet, and he comes back up there and says, "Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play."
17 for the Tigers. Hartron Hargrove from Glen Oaks is in.
What a ball game this has been. A little bit more exciting than last year's. Last year's had a great finish on it, but this has been pretty solid from start to finish, partner.
Yeah, it's been a good one. It really has.
good day of football, too.
It
The little
has.
round robin with
It has.
the middle school kids was great.
Yeah, that's been exciting.
Dylan Compton in at quarterback. That is the Bunkie star. He's back there with Michael Cunningham out of Westminster Christian. He's ran the ball so very hard tonight himself. Compton with a play action. He's rolling to the near side. Got to stay in bounds. And look at him slide down this time in bounds.
Yeah, tracked down by Titus Harrell from Delta Charter. He's had an active night.
That's just smart quarterback play.
So that's
and
your
the
third
final
timeout.
timeout has now been called.
So you were right on the play call. I was right on the timeouts.
There you go.
Oh, me.
Part it's been a great weekend here.
It
We got
really
into
has.
town on Friday, got to meet a lot of good friends. Saturday practice was intense, the 7-on-7, which had, Andrew Glover was there, Skylar Green was there, Sean Nelson was there. Singleton was down there with us too. It was just a great time. Eric Randall was there, and Patrick Cleveland was in the house too.
Coach great story by Coach Cleveland as well. Like I said, really neat week. I will tell you, Doug, I hit a brick wall a little after midnight last night working on some of this roster stuff. I was feeling it.
You know why I didn't hit the brick wall after midnight?
Because you were already asleep.
I was out. I had been working on all of this.
Yeah.
Went back to the room at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon and actually stayed in the room. Crazy.
Yeah, I decided to go with the family to Top Golf and had a successful time at Top Golf. A lot of fun.
I don't think this is one of them situations where you take off and take the safety here with 1:03 to go. But Dylan may run around a little bit.
You know what I like? I like that you have the linebacker in there as a wide receiver. As a running back, where if anything happens, he can make the tackle. Go down, young man. You're good. Go down.
That's right.
Go down.
And that gets it to 56 and 55. They started, so there'll be a 14-second differential from play clock to game clock in here. Anything can still happen, but you cannot rush the kicker. Time continues to march down, so they'll run it down to 1 second and take a timeout at that point, will the Tigers?
Yep.
Coach P.J. Sprunk is going to come out of here with the victory.
And you tell Stewart, you say you kick it as far as you can. Don't worry about trying to down there. You just don't give them a chance to return it.
They'll stop and take the timeout with 15 seconds left on the clock.
No timeouts for either one left.
Because you're not, if there was an opportunity to get one blocked, this is one of those where you might take off and run to the other end zone and burn up about 7 or 8 seconds.
Take the safety.
But you're not kicking, you're not anything like that, so.
Team Lions actually worked on that yesterday.
Running back for the safety?
They worked on, and it was number 77. They had Callaway in punt formation saying, and they said, and the one coach said, just backpedal out the end zone. And the other coach said, hey, just turn and run. Just turn and run. You don't have to backpedal.
But you better get to the end zone.
Right.
Don't get tackled shy
No, I'm sorry.
of the end zone.
They were in the end zone.
Okay.
And it was a thing to where if you're winning by 6, and that was what they said. If you're winning by 6,
take the safety.
We'll take the safety.
Yeah.
That means they have to score a touchdown to win.
That's right.
Whenever you
don't get caught up off of a field goal or any of that.
That's right. So great crowd tonight, Doug.
It has been wonderful. A lot of folks that are watching at home. Big shout out to Andy Bryson and Marcus Randall and all the coaches that were a part of this.
Huh?
What?
They're kicking a field goal.
Because if it goes in the end zone, it's a touchback.
I hope he gets it there. No, this is not.
No, this is Tegeter.
Yeah. I hope he gets it there.
This is 52. His long is 55.
Okay.
Why not give that young man a shot at it?
Boy. And you have offensive linemen covering too, Doug. If it's short, you have offensive linemen.
D-double chase him down if need be. Puts a foot into it and it's blocked.
I didn't think that was possible.
Well, it wasn't rushed. It was blocked.
Okay.
But they didn't run the clock.
They did not.
That's interesting. should have had about 3 seconds off of that. It's a scrum. The ball's going to be over to the Lions no matter what. And, well, I'd love to know who got a hand up there and did that. The clock did not run at all. Well, the Lions were going to have it no matter what.
But they're not running the clock because there's no.
Well, no, you got it on the snap. The clock runs.
Are you sure on the special teams with no rush?
It's not a PAT.
Yeah.
It's a field goal.
But I'm talking about the rules of this. I'm talking about the rules of this game because that's what they're debating right now.
It should have been a couple of seconds run off of the clock. I got to think 13 to 12 seconds by the time, because it took some time for the ball to settle in. Yeah, no, you got to run at least 3 seconds off that clock. Or they're saying that, hey, you ain't supposed to hold your hands up and block it. But they didn't rush by any means.
And he's on the phone. He's on the radio with them too. So 15 seconds it is. Now this is big.
Oh, this just got huge. Who's back there with Nino now?
That is that's Belair. That's Caleb Joseph. 1,700 all-purpose yards.
Boy, this thing. Are you looking at something that? Are they trying to snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory?
Interesting.
Had to hit it low and let it go.
That's it. Ooh, what is this?
I'm not certain of that.
That's interesting. Is it from the spot where they took the kick?
No, because he took it from the 30.
No, I'm talking about the line of scrimmage. Because at 52, 40, it's 7 yards that you put the spot.
That's right.
So it's from the original line of scrimmage. Interesting.
From the block, it goes back to the original line of scrimmage. 15 seconds, no time. Nino has it. Nino, you got a miracle in you, buddy. He's being pressured, lets that one fly. He's got a chance to be picked. Jaden Lou has it. Jaden Lewis comes down with that one. J. Lou comes up and seals this thing.
A.K.A. Jaden Lewis from Alexandria Senior High, 3.2 GPA.
Look at Jimmy Duncan, the first one out there to see him.
68 tackles, 5 interceptions, number 6 on the season. So, and
look, one happy mama down there, that's for sure.
Yes. So, 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
Grant at Alexander Senior High
and
Pineville High School.
Yeah, Central Louisiana big time in this. James Lucas led a couple of great drives down there. So all in all, a great night. And Central wins the middle school championship.
I think it's time for us to go home, Doug.
I think I've seen about all I can see tonight in this one. 19-13 will be that one. Jaden back there playing center field goes back and pulls that one down.
Nino's 3rd interception tonight.
Yeah. It's difficult when you're throwing it against this type of a defense.
So I guess I'm looking, of course, you know, you'd like the parent watching James Lucas the 3rd here, puts a jacket on, so I guess that means he's not going to be pacing anymore.
No mas pacing, that's right. The contingency from Central Louisiana that's on this side, they were all on that Tigers team. And they will move Ghazali under center. He'll take the final snap, take a knee, and get on out of here with that one. We'll leave the video on for the post-game presentation. We'll wrap up a lot of our equipment here. But it has been our pleasure to bring this one to you. My man Brett Stallsby on the camera under the big American flag. Chuck Perkins up here producing and pushing all our buttons. My man Nick Magnano. Nick, it's been a great season, my friend. It's been a lot of fun. We've been to a lot of places. And they trying to chase Marcus down. You're not going to chase. Oh, they do get him. Lucas gets Coach Marcus Randall.
I wonder if he knows how much that water cost that he just threw.
Look, Marcus says, look, until the final ticks go off, ask some Kentucky fans, don't pour the Gatorade.
Yeah. Andy's still trying to work the officials.
He getting the sideline warning out of this deal. Eric Randall, no, that's not. I thought I saw Eric down there with him.
Yeah, I think that is his brother over there to the right. Yep, that's Eric walking out right there.
Now, what on earth can they be doing down here? Leave it alone and let it go, and let's get out of here.
Yeah.
They are giving the official all kinds of business over here. I mean, Sprunk's giving him an earful.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. On
the defense. And a first down. He pointed first down this way. I don't understand that in the slightest. He pointed first down Lions. And they're bringing the defense back out here. Andy is going out there. I'm not sure what's going on down here. They're going to give the ball back to... They're giving it back to the Lions here following the interception.
But he said it was a dead ball, Doug. So if it's a dead ball, that's post-possession. He said dead ball.
He did. I don't know if we can get some clarification down there, Nick, of what they're talking about. But he called a personal foul and nullified the INT. That's going to give... So they're calling an unsportsmanlike conduct play on the coach on the bench from the Tigers.
During the play.
During the play, which makes it a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage, which will give the Lions one more shot at it because it was prior to the interception. So wipe away the interception from Jaden Lewis. First down and 10 from midfield. This should be the final play of the game. Who knew this play would be here? Nino back to back, and here comes that big bull rush up the middle. DJ, that's my DJ, going crazy on there, and that is your 2024 Gridiron. DJ Jenkins going crazy, and right there beside him was Ryland Hardy. Those two were going up the middle, and there was nothing that was going to deny those two from getting back to Freeman. Oh, baby, what a ball game.
You know, it's always great whenever you see one of the polite young men that just, you know, says, you know, I know what to do. I know how to do it. He said, I'm not, and he didn't talk a lot, and just, and they talked about that defensive line for the Tigers. They said, you know, that they didn't think the defensive line was going to hold up, and boy, they did.
Oh, indeed they did. And look, made play after play after play when they needed to tonight. We are so grateful that we had the official up here, Marcus Singleton, that was able to come up and let us know and give us that clarification. Get these young men now off and out of harm's way and let cooler heads prevail. Well, I'll say it again. What a tremendous season. We've been to an undefeated regular season. We've made a trip to the Superdome. We've made a trip down to Baton Rouge for the Gridiron All-American Bowl game. And finally, we'll put a wrap on 2024.
Yeah, one day, with 1 day to spare, huh? But,
Goodness gracious. I made that promise to my wife that I was not going to call any more sports after this for the entire year.
Well,
The rest of the year I was going to take off. We're going to head into Natchez to celebrate New Year's Eve and ring in the new year. What do you guys have planned?
we're going to be at home for tomorrow during the day, and then we have some for friends invite us over, and we won't do the midnight thing. We'll be over there early, and then hopefully get back home safely. And everybody, please be safe tomorrow night. If you're not able to drive, please be responsible, and be careful with your fireworks, young children and adults as well. And let's ring in this new year, safely and look forward to it.
And have a tremendous 2025. We're going to stay on the air, but we'll sign off on our audio side of it. It's been our pleasure bringing it to you. Make sure that you go out to 446 Sports on Facebook and give us a follow. Check us out on YouTube at 446sports.com or on YouTube at 446 Sports. Brett Stallsby out on camera. My man Chuck Perkins has been here with us throughout the day, and I appreciate the work that he's done on the production side of it. Partner, it's been a great one. My man Nick Magnano, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and we'll see you in 2025.
All right. We're about to pick the MVPs. We're going to start off with the losing team first. For Team Lions, the offensive MVP goes to quarterback Nino Freeman. All right, our defensive MVP for Team Lions goes to Titus Harrell. All right, one more time before we go to Team Tigers. Congratulations to Nino Freeman and Titus Harrell for being the MVPs tonight. Now let's go to the winning team, Team Tigers. The offensive MVP for Team Tigers goes to Ellis Stewart. And finally, the defensive MVP for Team Tigers goes to number 8, DJ Jenkins.